What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jay, and I'm back for a Mindset Monday. And today we got to bring that boy Kevin Gates to the front of the congregation, man. So I'm gonna need you up here, and don't take too long. Let's get down here, sir. But before we get in this thing, man, I want y'all to like, share, and subscribe to the video. That's gonna do a lot for me, man. I'm trying to really get this thing up and popping off the ground. And today, like I said, man, what we got the boy Kevin Gates. Now, Kevin Gates, to me personally, from the outset, he kind of like a little. If you listen to his music, he always expressing his emotions. He like to kind of get deep in you know what I'm saying, how he kind of express himself. I happen to like his music, you know what I'm saying, whatever, whatnot. But homeboy then went up online saying that pretty much that he would he would not want to be LeBron James. Not taking away nothing from his athletic prowess, from the money he made, the way he lived, none of that. Kevin Gates say he won't want to be LeBron because of the way that his wife look at him. You know what I'm saying? She don't look at him with an excitement, with like glowing eyes. I noticed when they doing the handshake thing, Savannah could be like kind of disinterested. Savannah could be kind of, you know what I'm saying? She'd be kind of sitting back, and I don't know if he'd be kind of trying to force us like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Play the role or what's going on. But a lot of times Savannah be kind of sitting back looking like, this wasn't her plan to be trying to shake your hand, sir. You know what I'm saying? Get out there and play basketball. And I noticed that myself personally. I've seen LeBron have to tap her numerous of times to get her to pretty much do the handshake on numerous of occasions. So, and I'm like, I don't know if it's kind of like a forced thing or you know what I mean? If she's not paying attention, maybe. But I'm looking at it from the standpoint like, LeBron, he is a very accomplished individual. And I mean, his wife, Savannah, unless, somebody could tell me what, if she has something going on, like what does she have going on for her not to look at LeBron in such a way? Why is she not looking at LeBron in absolute lust? Why she ain't looking at him with lust? When the game started, why she ain't matching the energy of all the fans that's out there? Why she ain't matching the energy of all these girls out here? Huh? Why she ain't matching the energy? These girls out here just, when LeBron come out, they say LeBron name. Oh my God. I don't know if y'all ever been to a Lakers game. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all ever, like LeBron got the tattoo on his leg, witness this. But especially the women, the fanfare is crazy. It's crazy. You got to get out to an NBA game. You got to get out. One thing, y'all got to get out to these athletes, these superstars, like the man Ant-Man, they got LeBron and whoever. Y'all got to get out and witness, man, how the fans, how they express their love for these people. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like second to none. So is Savannah wrong? Is Savannah wrong for not paying her man the attention that he might and then is LeBron not saying he need that attention? Do he not require that attention? Is she not giving this man the attention that he required? Me personally, I think it can be like I think it's kind of like a toss up. I need somebody, preferably if we could get a woman come up here and tell me her perspective, because me personally, I'm like, if I was the billionaire, if I could switch places with LeBron and I got my wife sitting on the sideline at every game, Should I? Do I want you just sit right there cheering louder than the cheerleaders? Do I want your eyes just every time I look because I'm sweating? I got to shoot a free throw or whatever. I got to wipe my hands off. You need to be sitting back here smiling. You need to be sitting back here smiling at me, lady. You know what I'm saying? You need to be in absolute um in awe. You need to be in absolute awe when you because I'm out here on the court. The greatest basketball player, definitely of this generation. Um, I got our oldest son up here on the team. Why you not smiling? You know what I'm saying? Why you not as excited as everyone else is? And is that a problem? Is that really like a problem? Is that something that LeBron should correct? Is that something that LeBron should maybe go look in another direction? And and maybe, you know what I'm saying, maybe see what else is out there because according to Kevin Gates, this is all these not my thought. According to Kevin Gates, this is how he making it sound, man. According to this guy, um, something ain't right, and he don't like it. So pretty much, LeBron kind of came back at him. He didn't really say too much. He was just like pretty much, you know what I mean. He's not worried about the opinion of peasants. And then, Kevin Gates to LeBron, you know what I'm saying? That's different tax bracket. So, look, Kevin, you're exactly what he said you is to him. I'm the peasant to Kevin Gates, but so my opinion ain't gonna matter to Kevin Gates, just like his opinion ain't mattering to LeBron. So I guess to LeBron it don't matter. His wife don't have to smile at him as he exit the court with his messed up foot, or when he enter the court, you know what I'm saying, alongside his son. They building the brand. They got he the first billionaire active player. That's something to smile at. I would think, because I put myself in that point, like if in an athlete situation, like I'm thinking about that to myself. That's why I'm even reacting to this. Like, what I want my wife to be sitting back chilling, boom, and I have to put this in perspective because this ain't year one with LeBron. You literally talking about year 20. NBA season, you talking about like 73 games. Then they got the off season, and she done had 3 kids. By the children are grown. They finna be on their way to be grandparents. So Kevin Gates saying after all these years, that's like at least 2 decades. After all these years, you need to still have your Chuck E. Cheese bright smiles on for me. You need to still be screaming louder than the fans. And I look at it, I'm like, now do Kevin Gates' wife do she scream louder than his fans? Does she scream louder than his groupies? Because I'm sure. And then on top of that, I'm like, right now, from my understanding, Kevin Gates, he got this. He's from my understanding, he was married. He is married and got children by this lady, but he got this side girlfriend. However, this supposed to work. So I think he even said her name in the little Brittany. You ain't got to leave the room, and you know what I'm saying, all this and that. So Kevin Gates got this little girlfriend going on, and he telling LeBron that, hey man, your wife, she need to be, your biggest cheerleader. Your wife, she need to be your biggest supporter. She's not smiling. She's not smiling hard enough. Wide enough. I appreciate you coming up today, Jazzy. First and foremost, how was your day? And give me your reaction to this. What you
It
think
was
about
good. Happy Monday.
Monday? Happy Mindset Monday.
So, first thing I would like to say is thank you again for having me, Jay. My number one is going to be they are married. So, Kevin Gates needs to stay out of their marriage. That is a marriage. That is between a husband or wife and God. They are married. So if LeBron is having any issues with Savannah, if Savannah's having any issues with LeBron, that is for them to work out. If this was a case of somebody's filed for divorce, somebody's filed for separation, then maybe you could try to squeeze your pinky toe in there to say something. But these two people have joined, they have said their vows. That is that. They need to figure that out, work that out. And why are you speaking for LeBron? Why are you speaking for Savannah? Who says that she does not look at him in aspiration? How many times have you saw her not looking at him, in that way? How many times have you heard LeBron say it? At this point, Kevin is just trying to get clout. The couple don't seem unhappy. There's nothing been in the tabloids of them being unhappy, separated, having any problems in their marriage. It sounds like a little bit of hate to me because why are you trying to rock the house over there when the house ain't rocked? Like, I haven't heard anything else besides Kevin, and then it came out of the blue. So it
Right.
shouldn't be that how she's looking at him. It should be which wife do you know that's been down for so many years that is looking at their husband that way? What do you look at anything with admiration of with in 10 and 20 years? The same bins that you took, you know, off of the showroom floor. When it becomes 20 years old, yes, you still respect it, but do you still look at it like you bought it the first day? Your pairs of shoes, you still, putting the stuffing back in them and making sure they don't crease and washing the shoestring, 10 years later, we got retro Jordans, we got Louis Vuittons. My Louis is not even back in the box anymore. Not because I don't appreciate it, not because it's not important to me. It just wore off the newness, but I still rock it when I need to rock it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not comparing their marriage to material things. I'm just saying when it comes to admiration, it really doesn't have anything to do with how much you care about the item. I bet you if somebody stepped to him the wrong way, you're going to see her admiration. I bet you if somebody stepped to her the wrong way, you will see his admiration. A lot of times, wives, you know, they are picked because they're classy, they're jazzy, they know how to stay in their place. Her place is where exactly it is, which is in her husband's eyesight and composed in the event that he needs her. That's where her place is. And kudos to Savannah. She's been doing a great job as Mrs. LeBron James
I like that. And
with the kids.
I look at that, and that's what my point, because when you start saying like, hey, do you still look at that Beamer with that same admiration? When you get a nice designer you know, bag or jacket, do you still look at it the same way with that same admiration? And I even take it a little bit deeper, right? Now, even with the kids, because when the baby first come, it's gonna be all just smiles every day. Every time you almost put eyes on this baby, it's gonna be a smile. But now when his child turn 17, 18, 19, 20, 10, 8, do you still have that same admiration, that same smile that you still when that baby was brand new? Do is people
Exactly. Exactly. But guess what? When it's time to be a parent, be a mom, look out for them. If an accident happened, a medical procedure, a sickness, you're going to be right there. You're going to be right there. The love doesn't go away. But do we have to sit up here and jump and scream for him in every game? This is probably her 250th game that she's been at. Give the
this
lady a break. Like, why, Kevin? Why would you call her out like that? Like, once again, you don't have to go deep. I'm trying to see if there's some additional beef behind the scenes because why point her out of everybody? At the end of the day, none of the wives are doing that in the stands except for maybe the new wives. You see what I'm saying? If it's still like a newly, married couple, or, they just had a baby or just went through something or just rekindling. But for the seasoned wives that's been sitting in the courts, I don't see any of them doing that. So I would ask Kevin, like, why out of all people are you doing Savannah like that?
right? And then I don't know if you're aware, but Kevin Gates, he has this girlfriend that what I'm saying, that he's kind of going up online with, and he's married with children by this lady. So that's what I'm trying to even figure out. Like, all right, now you said this about, what I mean, LeBron. Do your wife look at you like this?
Knowing Kevin, he probably would leave his wife if she didn't anymore. It just puts a lot of pressure on her. And I think that it's almost unfair, to try to just split yourself in so many different directions. It's bad enough to have a husband and try to take care of yourself. But then when you incorporate kids, publicity, workers, producers, marketing, especially when you involve all of these other people, you start splitting yourself even more so. I mean, I just really think that was wrong. I don't know if he was trying to get attention, clout. It could have even be that he was trying to throw shade at his own wife. I'm just trying to see why Savannah was the target.
That
Does he need attention at home? Is his wife, has she stopped, giving him extra rubs at night, and now he just want to bring, and then you bring white woman into, like, come on. It was just really, it was just really just a low blow. Like, what? You didn't say that about Chipper Jones' wife. I mean, let's just, where are the facts at? Show me five
well,
other wives,
to be
that
fair,
also don't do that.
about it,
Yes.
I, question was proposed about LeBron. LeBron is upper
Why
echelon
though?
because it's
But
like,
LeBron is high in baseball. It's like you got to give me a guy that's high in football. You got to give me a guy that's high in soccer. You got to give me a guy that's big in baseball, and then compare those wives too. They're all going through it. Why did you pick the black couple that's in basketball that everybody knows LeBron to do that? Why?
true. Hey, you know what? Just the thing about LeBron is like almost one of the only ones that that kind of really actively entertain his wife, or you know what I'm saying, make her kind of
Right,
this whole little LeBron aura with this handshake going on. And that,
right. Even with his kids,
it's
like
now
a
she hit
lot
that.
of them keep their kids and stuff on the limelight because well, Stephen Curry does it too, but um a lot of these people keep their families in the limelight on purpose because of that. I'm thinking about a soccer player. I have to look him up, but he has like a wife. She was on Spice Girls. Do you remember her? She don't even
I don't.
smile. I'll have to look her up. Is it Jessica somebody? But anyway, she just has a dry personality. It's just her personality. Like, you probably would have to get to know her, and she's a real cool person. But a lot of people just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just not gonna get a lot of bubbly and huggers and smilers all the time. It doesn't mean that, I'm not in a good mood, or I'm not looking at my husband because you caught me at a time where I was just tired or just don't feel good or something was on my mind, but I still came here to support my man. And like, you're gonna attack me on top of that? It's crazy.
So let me ask you. So do you feel like Savannah should speak out, or
I
should
think
she?
to kind of be unclassy, Kevin has already made a name for himself. The real women know that Savannah loves her husband. LeBron should know that his wife loves him. He made a post. That was that. She doesn't need to say anything because her husband took care of it. Her husband posted, I can't recall it like exact. I don't know if you want to pull it up, but it was like, I know our love is real. We're on our way. And it was like showing her like a trip or something that he had gotten her. He's already shut it down. What's understood don't need to be said. This man is not complaining. His home still like sits in one piece. You know, Kevin needs to go pick on somebody else that's really
Okay.
having problems, like his
So
house.
what if he would have said this? What if he would have compared? Because another couple, and then even in football, you got Russell Wilson and Sierra. Do see, you know what I'm saying? That's another black. How you if you compare it with if you would compare those situations, what would you think about that?
I feel like Russell's love language is affection. You can just
Mm.
tell. I could be wrong because I don't know him personally, but you can just tell he's just an openly affectionate person. Some people is, and that's absolutely fine. It's beautiful to see. But
Right.
some people are not. Michelle
Right.
Obama was not this big kisser. She'll give Barack a little pet, but you don't know what that bedroom was about. That's
That's
just how she was taught. You see what I'm saying? That's just her personality. She may want to. get intimate and tongue her husband down behind the scenes. But Russell chooses to show his out openly. It's not for anybody to prove to anybody how they feel, unless their partner says, it seems like you hide him in the dark. I want you to show more public affection. But once again, that's their conversation. If
Right.
LeBron say, I'm good, I know you love me. If Savannah say, I don't need to, I don't feel comfortable showing it, because, my smile is awkward. The girl could have them retainers in right now. Like, leave her alone.
So
Like,
let me
leave
ask
her alone.
you, so do you feel as if that's not her love language? Could that
It may
possibly
not be. It may not be. But guess what? He loves her because of that.
right?
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like LeBron and Savannah have an old school type of love. Russell and Sierra have a new type. He'll ask her online, she gonna bust it down and have another baby when they get home. That's their new, that's some open, you know what I'm saying? We gonna show it wherever we at. I'm gonna target front of my man wherever I'm at. Savannah
They,
has never been
they
like
sound like
that.
me.
Right. So that's but she's never been like that. I can see if she was twerking before and now she's not twerking on them no more. You know what I'm saying? Um, what's his name? The rapper, not Jeezy. Keisha K. Or what's her husband name?
Gucci.
She's always dressed sexy at the games.
True.
So if she stopped, then it would be like, oh, the flame must have burned out because she's always dressed sexy at the games. That's
True.
just her staple. Savannah has never done that.
Well,
You know
Savannah
what I'm
is
saying? She's a Southern belle. Leave her alone.
she's classy with it, and I
He's
appreciate
classy. He likes classy. What is the problem? Kevin,
because
worry about your woman.
not smiling like it's Christmas every time she see LeBron.
Right.
That's
But neither did Barack. Neither does, the Clintons. Like, damn.
what
Why
do
you
I
got to attack her?
right? Do Kevin? I wonder, do he look at his kids with that admiration every day, and when he see them,
Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? If she was cheating, then he would have said something about that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they critique Michelle Obama's dress, at the inauguration. Like, God dang, she can't wear black, she can't wear blue, she can't wear red. Like, some people are just unhappy with themselves, with their lives. They feel like they have to project their unhappiness on other people,
right? So let
and it's just like the elementary bullies where you try to get all the attention off on you, so you put it on somebody else.
got you. So let me ask you this question: um, do you think like Kevin Gates, he might be maybe projecting out like things he may his insecurities in this situation? Could it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because why are you so worried about another guy? Like, why are you so worried about how another guy is being loved? Why does that bother you? Like Beyonce and Jay barely even hold hands, but no, like, you ain't say that. It's so many other examples. Why did you do that? Was it because of LeBron's name? Was it you were trying to be relevant? Relevant? Are you having issues in your home? Well, focus on the bed that you're laying in. Focus on the person that is in the bed with you. Let's start there. That's your marriage. This is their marriage. Why are you over here in they bedroom?
Because he want LeBron to require the same thing he requires smiles and happiness and goddamn gloomy lust for every day. So if you're gonna be with, what I mean, if you're a man out here, Kevin Gates trying to let us know this is what we supposed to require. This is what we supposed to desire.
No, that's what you want. Some temporary fan ish. Like, no, it's also an immature mindset. Because a real man is not gonna want a temporary fan that just gawks over them all day. A real man don't need that.
Well, yeah,
You
I'm
want
I
stability and loyalty, like honesty. Somebody just gawking over you because of your name, because of your fame, just showing all 20 teeth, and it can even be, unreal, unauthentic, but you rather just have that.
true. I'm gonna say this. Um, I think us as a community, the black people, because we like to like parade like Michelle and Barack.
Yes,
Goddamn Savannah James, she has been like probably the example of classy, the example of a wife.
right.
If anybody needs some hope of a wife, I think that's what I would like Savannah James because Savannah, she defies everything that we say about, you know what I'm saying, a black woman.
Yes,
She's been that since day one. She's
yes,
she don't have anything on her. So it's like, yeah, I think we should give her a whole lot more credit, you know what I'm saying? Because that
absolutely.
I mean for to eat to understand what we go through on a day-to-day basis, and she has shit that times a billion. That lady there's a hell of a lady. That says a hell of a lot for whoever raised her, her mind,
Yes.
for her to
Even
be
down to her daughter, she's setting an example for her daughter. Like, sir, please, like, come out of the house. And I'm
right.
also thinking, what is it doing for Kevin and his wife's relationship? Because I would hate to be in her position. You know what I'm saying? My husband is online publicly knowing that he has a large following. And he literally said, I would rather have what how the white girls look at me. Like, how do you want me to take that? First of all, he doesn't have a white wife. So like
Or
maybe if
girlfriend.
he had a
Or girlfriend. He got a wife and a girlfriend right now. So
but that's even worse. We're on two different planets at this point, sir. All the people that agree with him, fine. All the people that believe in real black love, leave us alone. Like, please. Stay over
well,
there.
listen, Jazzy. And then you got to understand it from a man perspective because it's kind of two or three ways. From not you could be a person who don't have that much experience. You could be a person who just be coming into some money. You could be a person who, be they kind of have a eye for celebrities and you know what I'm saying, believe in what these folks saying because from the outset you thinking everything is what they what I'm saying display it to be. So that's very dangerous for Kevin to be putting that energy out here because us as men, us as humans, will naturally follow us, especially to people who you know what I'm saying we idolize because when I originally heard it, I was damn near poking my chest out like I think he got damn right. She need to be looking at him like that. But just from just understanding different perspective and being able to even hear you speak, like home really tripping. And he got a wife. And you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this fantasy that you're painting out here and this energy that you're projecting on the world, and even I didn't even think about it as deeply. Like then this man went he went even deeper by saying white women. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
they real heavy, like Kevin, like bro. I don't know what kind of insecurities you dealing with for you to even go ahead and attack our queen Savannah James. Savannah James probably now need to be the like it's the example for black women. Like we just keeping it real. Savannah is her. Just keeping it real. Like if us men we could describe a woman we want, it probably would be Savannah James. She don't talk that much. She always looking cute as hell. And she kind of whatever she got has going on, guess what? We don't even know. Whatever Savannah got going on, she take care of her business. She's doing a hell of a job with the damn kids. And it's like Kevin Gates, you should have he really should have just showed someone because I'm not even a LeBron nothing. You know what I mean? I respect him for what he's doing. I don't care about basketball. I know them because of who he is, but LeBron, that's I think it's worthy. I think that LeBron should do something in the background to get this motherfucker silence, man. Because that's very wild for this man to go up and have a take on a woman who literally seemed like she wouldn't even hurt a fly, you know. And for him to even double down on it and put the white women in it, because that's powerful for a lot of his followers. A lot of his followers are gonna not gonna look at it in a way that and in a perspective that I can look at it or a person with a lot of experience. Like, there's no way this woman, dog. If you played You said 250 basketball games. LeBron been in this shit for 20 years. LeBron and almost played probably probably 2,000 professional basketball games. For that lady to still show up and goddamn jump for joy, she got to be a goddamn lie. You like it, you got to be goddamn mental health or something for you to be that excited after all these.
Every time, all the time.
You literally been knowing this man before we knew him, before the world knew
Mhm.
him. Now
Mhm.
you with him when the world got to know him. That was very exciting. Then he was the number one. That was very exciting. Then he get his shoe. That was exciting. And it's like, how long do this bitch got to keep on being excited? And then on
Right.
top of that, I'm sorry for even putting bitch in, because I was about to say Kevin Gates went on and doubled down and called her a bitch.
Too much. He's doing too much. Somebody check on him. He's not doing okay. He's doing too much. Like for real. You attack somebody that I don't think you know, and that was wrong.
Right.
And I'm just thinking about even me and my social anxiety sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind, talking, hanging out, but sometimes I will get anxiety according to how much attention is being brought on me. If it's just, me and my dude, like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Okay, another couple, even better. But, you want to throw a surprise party for me, I didn't know I was having one. Now I got all these cameras in, like, I'm probably gonna shut down. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be grateful. I'm gonna smile as much as I can, but I'm probably shaking in the background. Like, if you are a social, if you're a person that has social anxiety, you see what I'm saying? You would kind of understand. We're coming for the support, but we don't necessarily want or need the shine to be on us like that.
Yep.
And also to flip it, Savannah has done her own things. I think she came out with a book, she's got her own page or whatever. Like, but guess what? LeBron is not a big jump for joy type of guy, even when he's won, in the past. He gets a mic, he's like, good game, ran up the points, just being, good team player. And he's ready to go. He's not all, shouting. So I would think that he would probably do the same for Savannah, like, hey, your wife just got, MVP wife of the year. How do you feel? He would probably just be like, I'm proud of Savannah. That's my wife. She's beautiful. And he's probably going to walk off like, how you gonna critique that? Like, oh, he didn't jump enough for her, He didn't do whatever, Even when she said, "Oh, well, baby, we about to have our fourth child. It's a boy." He probably was like, "Oh, damn, that's cool, but you're gonna get mad because he didn't like pop all the balloons and do four flips in the lawn." Like everybody shows their love, their affection, their appreciation, their gratitude in different ways. She is there, she is present. We have not seen her fold, talking to another guy, flirting, saying no dumb stuff. She still gets the MVP from me.
So do you feel like she might have social anxiety? Because that's look, she don't have time to sit right here and tell the world, let the this for the world to goddamn even understand this. She's literally like pulled into this life. Do you feel like she could have social anxiety? Because
Yes, I
even
compare
the way,
my personality to hers. We're gonna be in the party. We're gonna be cheering you on, but we don't want to be in the middle.
right?
Like all the wives could be twerking, turn it up. We're gonna be like, oh girl, get it, yeah. But we not taking a turn. I got you when we get home. I'm not doing all of that. I'm just
Right.
not. I don't need to. He know what it is. I got him when we get home. Some wives, girlfriends, fans are, they gonna split it right there. You know what I'm saying? They gonna bounce on them, pounce on them, show all their theatrics. I just don't feel like Savannah feels the need to do that, and that's okay.
And I definitely get that vibe out of her because I'm like, for this lady, for her, for this persona that she has put on for literally 2 decades, like she's just not that type of woman, and everybody is just not that type of person to give the theatrics. And after 20 years, once again, that shit has to wear out. That shit has to be literally like, ain't nobody got time. LeBron is body breaking down. You don't think after 20 years this shit gonna be the bro down out of her? Like that's just I think that's just this guy really projecting his insecurities on their
Yes,
relationship. and really
Yeah,
just and chasing clout because
absolutely.
now
I
it's
mean,
almost
D Wade is big. You don't see Gabrielle, like, come on. These are classy women. You just don't see them doing it. You know, Curry's wife, Aisha, you just don't see her doing it. You'll see the kids smile every now and again, but guess what? They're still new to this and the cameras are on, you know? And she's
yeah,
probably worried about, you know, if they hair, you know, if the little girl hair is done and, you know, if the little boy got, you know, a scratch on his face. I mean, we're having to juggle a lot.
right. Um, just to take it further, I think the smiles at this point in their career is like for the big game moments. You know what I mean? If this shit ain't no NBA championship, we're not smiling for regular season or even making the playoffs no more. We're not smiling for
Absolutely.
shit.
And as a wife, we're proud of you regardless of what you do.
Right.
As a wife, whether you score 3, 6, or nothing at all, we are proud. She's already proud of him. He can retire tomorrow, and she's a happy lady. You know what I'm saying? She may even be happier if he retires because she gets her husband back. Like,
Back. She ain't never even had him. Think about it. Since
right, right.
when she had this mother?
That's what
When?
I'm saying. Yes, I'm going to cheer you on if you need it, because you need it, because you may want it, because you may be in a down mood, or we've already talked about X, Y, and Z. And so I'm going to jump for you because I know you need it. But the time where it's just like, babe, I'm tired, you tired, like, we just going to get this game over with. You know what I'm saying? We
Yep.
putting everybody on do not disturb tomorrow. This was a get through it night. I'm here because I'm proud of you already. Whatever we do, like we done already got paid. The house is already paid for. We're happy. I'm happy.
Right.
And I need him to give some context to what he's saying. Like, when did you ever see her not looking at him? You know, when did she ever look at him in disgust? Because that's what you're making it, not you,
You
but that's what he's making it seem like. So
want to
it
hear what?
wasn't with admiration. The opposite would be disgust. Like, where is that?
Hold on. We finna pull this shit up. What he said. Hold on, real quick. We go. Oh, I got it right here. Let me just remove it. See at the stage. Here we go. Mm-hmm.
I'm on my way to have coffee. Coffee spelled backwards is Eve. And before we've had our coffee, we don't give Eve about anything. But I just want to say one thing. The truth hurts, but it heals. And Braun, I love you because you my nigga. And I already know she was just, you just gonna let him talk. Man, you had to, but behind closed doors, you hey, good game. But anyway, look, long as you being celebrated, I don't care who don't like me. Long as you being celebrated, that's all I care about. Cause you my nigga and I love you. So I don't care if I gotta fall out with somebody I love to get the results. We're gonna get the results. But if anybody need, I'm a life coach and a guru. Y'all 24 hours. You smile. You smile at that black man. You smile at him. Hey, cause you know one thing. Today is Easter. You know what come with Easter, huh? It got a lot of bunnies hopping around out here. Bum, bum.
So he doubled down again on with the bunny hopping. But let's take it back to the first video because you did. I don't think you seen the first video. This was the first video. He came up live. This is what he said. This is what popped it off right here.
I'm about to cash a 50,000.
Give it a second. Here we go.
Called her the B word. So I'm pretty sure.
This how the conversation came up. We were just looking at like couples and people in the league. And then we was talking about how LeBron do the little handshake with Savannah.
Right.
And then I was like, maybe I notice shit that people don't notice. But I'm like, they was like talking about, what if you had LeBron money? I'm like, man, he one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
Right.
But I wouldn't want to trade places with him. And they was like, why not? Why you wouldn't want to play? I say, because I don't like the way Savannah look at LeBron. I like the way them white women look at LeBron. Like when soon as he walk out there, they just be like, oh. They be out. But it's like I noticed when he go do the handshake with the main player on his team, which is that, it's like, you act like I'm bothering you, bitch. Like, I'm the greatest player in the world, one of them. Like top 5, top 10, I'm one of them. And I'm in the playoffs. And you act like the warden of the jail. Like you came here to police me. Like you ain't, like, you not out like these white women this out about me in here. Like, so, like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, bro. Because when I've been around that dude just, his spirit so loving and giving, it hurt me. It hurt me to see that. Like, you done eject away from my partner, man. Don't do that, man. You dive on the floor behind that nigga, man. Dive on the floor behind him. But, you know, like, I know a lot of people gonna hate what I just said, but I'm gonna be honest, like, if everybody like me, then so we can do whatever you want to do about it. I'm gonna die about everything I say. So
So he said he gonna die about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. He's basically, they was having a little conversation that was sparked it. So I don't think he was just kind of trying to be all up in LeBron them, you know what I'm saying, little business or whatever. But he basically said that's just his opinion from what he observed. And it was Easter and a lot of, you know, bunny hopping was going on. Do you understand that?
I understand. He's got some issues. I listen. So for you to say, I don't like the way I don't like the way the Savannah was looking at him. I like the way them bunnies. That tells me that he needs admiration. He needs somebody to stroke his ego. He needs it, and he rather pay for it. So you rather pay a fan that only likes you, that only takes an interest in you because of your name, because of your title. You rather have someone that only entertains you because of your status. You rather have that than to have genuine love. So we've got some issues there. I don't agree, but that's his opinion. And in the first video, he just looks completely inebriated. Like there were so many mixed signals. I just, I don't want to get in too much trouble, but if you
Talk
know, you know.
talk about it. I don't know.
There
I
was
like.
a little question mark
Should I run it back? Could I run it back?
over. Okay, when you run it back this time, think about a big question mark that may include a rainbow plus a little bit of substance mixed in. It's a lot going on in that first one. Like
Okay, here
he's
we go.
not
Here we go. Hold on. Here we go.
okay. He's under the influence. Okay.
how y'all doing? You heard me? I'm on my way to have coffee. Coffee spelled backwards is Eve. And before we've had our coffee, we don't give Eve about anything. But I just want to say one thing. The truth hurts, but it heals. And Braun, I love you because you my nigga. And I already know she was just, you nigga let him talk. Man, you had to, but behind closed doors, you, hey, good game. But anyway, look, long as you being celebrated, I don't care who don't like me. Long as you being celebrated, that's all I care about. Because you.
The, the point, did he get his point across to you? Did you see?
I'm sure.
Hey, 100. Man, the fact LeBron responded shows he know what Kevin was speaking on probably was spot on, even though it's not pleasant truth to take. See, now we got, what I mean, we got Sam Tate saying that, hey man, LeBron, he had, if LeBron, listen, LeBron don't really respond to nothing to nobody. So why did LeBron respond to it though?
Well, what was his exact response? If you can quote it in the comments, Sam takes, or Jay, if you can pull it up. What was his response? I just don't feel like all celebrities want to be gawked at. That could just be my opinion, but everybody don't need you to, lick their foot and hold their coat. Every celebrity don't need that. Some celebrities actually don't want to be in the limelight. They just have a talent
Right.
and they just don't use it to the advantage. Some celebrities need to. Some celebrities need their names to be relevant, like Kevin Gates, in order to feel like he's somebody.
Okay, he said, think about all the craziness said about LeBron, and now, uh, in times we see him respond to Smith speaking about his kid in the Kevin stuff. Well, yeah, he really did. You know, LeBron he did took on this different kind of protective older persona too. LeBron stepping too. LeBron ain't letting all that sweet. I guess he done heard too much barking. Cause LeBron like, listen here, man, keep my goddamn folks' name out your motherfucking mouth, man. Oh, it's gonna be a problem. And I think only way LeBron really responded to that was kind of the Kevin Gates. He was just kind of like about she ain't worried about now we finna go on the trip. I'm like, I feel like it should have been kind of more, you know what I'm saying? He should have got his point more across, or even Savannah should have got her point across in such a classy way. Because she could have really chopped them off with, you know what I'm saying, in such a way where it was like, if you're gonna tell somebody something, baby, if you're gonna tell them out, that's the way to tell them. You know what I'm saying? And I can expect she got the vocabulary for it.
Right, but
Savannah,
as a classy female myself, that's what he wants from me. He wants to go back and forth to try to gain more viewers and more clout. So if I address what he says directly to him or to his comment, it's gonna have people trying to research, oh, what did Kevin say? And oh, while I'm on this page, let me go ahead and scroll more. We don't have time for you. We don't have energy for you. Somebody put a gag order on him and handle that because that's crazy. Like, once again, it's just a classy way of handling it, which is why I like her even more tonight because we just don't go back and forth. We're not gonna spend our energy on that. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z and Beyonce didn't even speak on the whole P. Diddy situation. They're out of the case now. Like, that's just how you handle things. You don't entertain it just for it to keep spinning around and around, back and forth, because then you have this back and forth feud, and that's what Kevin wants.
right? Okay,
And
Sam
why
said,
would you say white bunnies with an S? That's also rubbing me the wrong way.
well, you got to
Because it's
be
like now you're trying to like, so it's
truthful.
a married man, so now you want him to like cheat with her with like white women plural. Like, come on, just so unclassy.
Okay, he said, Sam Tate said, I'm not saying you're wrong either. Kevin may have been seeking attention for sure, but it don't discredit things he said. I apologize for spelling, but he did. He said I apologize for my spelling, but he did say something in line of I don't entertain. Um,
Oh, he's saying like say something like I don't entertain this or that. Sam, if you want to come on and kind of like explain yourself a little bit better or more in detail, you can join the panel because I'm having a mute quite often, but you are making some good points. Thank you for joining.
you don't have to show yourself. You can come up and just because you got some interesting takes. I like that. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to keep on having to read everything you say. I'm gonna post it in the so everybody can see it. But hit that link and come up. The link is posted in the top of the chat. If you just hit the link and then just follow the prompts, and it'll bring you right on up here, and I add you to the stage because you got takes almost like pretty much kind of how I would felt originally. Like, what did he say wrong? And why is it considered wrong? Because if you got all of these women that's all the way around you, uh, if you got all these women around you, boom, I mean, literally tens of thousands of different women in different states around you every damn 2-3 days, they probably playing now. this goddamn LeBron James in the goddamn stadium and go, wow, it gets electric in that mug. I mean, like, well, you get cheers. I mean, yeah, chills. Woo! Now that's affecting LeBron in such a way. And then you got his wife sitting back, you know what I mean, being influenced by it. So why she don't want to jump up and down? Talk to me, Sam.
What's up? What's
Now,
up?
Hey,
Y'all can hear
Tim.
me all right?
talk
Oh,
to me.
sorry.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
can hear
little
you good.
background. I got the headphone in, but I'm driving the truck, so I don't want, too much background noise to bother you or anything.
Got you.
But
No problem.
no, I think Kevin definitely is trying to get attention with someone that's infamous like LeBron, but he was also very complimentary. So maybe he was coming from a genuine place. Because anyone could look at their dynamic and say, like, yo, she clearly don't idolize LeBron like some of the white girls do, right? But she's also been with him for a long, long time. That's a very organic thing that happens. You don't be married for 20 years and just be googly eyed over somebody like that. You know what I mean? So maybe there's a partial truth to Kevin's thing. You know what I mean? But
But
Well,
Sam, do you not think from a woman's perspective it was very disrespectful to say that about a married man? Like, this is not a
oh,
guy that, is
absolutely. Kevin
dating,
was beyond disrespectful to
he's
their
married and
marriage,
you're
to their
telling,
family, to
right,
all that.
right.
Absolutely, he was.
But you're
But I
still saying
just,
he does have some truth to it though.
well, you know what I mean? The reason it caught traction and even got a response out of LeBron, I think it shows that there has to be some sort of truth there. I just don't know how much truth. Like anyone
Mm,
could look at how a celebrity, like let's say a fan looks at LeBron and how his
yeah,
wife looks at him and say, well, obviously his wife doesn't look at him like a fan does. But that's because it's his wife. She sees the man, not the legend. You know what I mean? And
right,
like I experienced this with my wife as well. Like when we first started dating, like, and this happens in relationships, you fall for each other. There's like that puppy dog phase, but that sizzles
right,
down and you fall in love with the reality of a person. And we're all
right.
human.
Well, the
LeBron's
guys do it
great.
too, They
Yeah,
shower you with the flowers and the gifts
of
and the
course,
sweet
of
notes,
course.
and it
Well,
all dwindles down. It just comes down to
yeah.
pure and true
So,
love.
so I feel like that's the truth of Kevin's statement aspect, right? Where I think there might not be so much truth is the way he's saying it. Like the way Kevin's speaking on it is it's suggesting that as if like she doesn't love LeBron. Like she doesn't have to idolize him to love him because
Yeah,
after basketball, after everything, she's still there for him. And her love is more true than the fans, arguably, because she
and
loves the man,
arguably,
not the player. You know
yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
good, arguably.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because the
Because
player retires eventually.
right,
You know what I
and then
mean?
you got Sam. You got to even think about it like this. Even black or white side, you may pay attention more to white players, or I don't know. But
It's the human aspect.
listen, just name a white player who has like who wife come to the game as much as Savannah, who hasn't caused who doesn't require any limelight, who fucking jump for joy every time they call her husband name. Do they have a white guy
Right.
that? Do they have a
Well, you
white?
know what? I'm sorry for interrupting you. It's funny you mentioned that. I think that's why Kevin kind of correlated that with LeBron's wife, because if you think about basketball players and their wives, the narrative is always like a cheating narrative. So if the player, like we all know, LeBron doesn't cheat on his wife, and a lot of times when the player's not cheating on their wife, the narrative ends up being the wife cheat on them. And like the first example, as you were saying that it came to my mind was Steve Nash. And the big story with Nash was his wife cheated on him with his co-players, his teammates. So maybe that's where Kevin came up with that idea, which I just don't think is true. I don't think either of them cheat on each other. But I think Kevin lives in such a dark and adulterated life where he doesn't have any sense of loyalty to his partners. He just feels like normalized in that, like everyone does that. It's kind of like when you smoke weed, you just think everybody smoke weeds. That's not true.
right.
Not everybody does that. You know what I mean? That's an excuse.
That's true.
Kevin, not to get too personal into your marriage at the time, but if you were famous, do you think that your wife would have been able to handle the publicity? Because I'm also thinking about like if Savannah did have
Right.
anxiety, like how much higher it is right now that you've like called her out in the tabloids. And so at this next game, everybody's going to be like staring at her, just to see like, is it true? Is she gawking? Is she not? Did she smile? Did she clap? Like, now you've just really
Right.
made my anxiety like really messed up.
Well, that's, yeah, realistically, yeah. He
Would
maybe
your
he
wife
brought
have
light to
been able to
something.
handle it?
I mean, I'm not a celebrity.
I'm saying if you were, do you think that, because they were regular, I'm saying Savannah was
Right.
a regular
Yeah, they're
college
high school
girl.
sweetheart. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really hard because I feel like when you look at LeBron, he's so great, right? People expected him to indulge in these things that come with greatness. Like even with Jordan, like he was a big gambler. He indulged in other things, and like it made. I've noticed in life in general, when you do great things, people like to really, really like acknowledge like the human aspects of you, kind of to take away from the greatness, you know?
Right.
So LeBron was so great, they wanted him to cheat. They wanted him to do these like foolish human things just to like downplay his greatness. But because he didn't, it like boils up and festers more.
Right.
So I'm sure she's constantly dealt with this. Like when he went to Miami, they're like, oh yeah, he's doing that so he could really go down and party. You know what I mean? There's always these narratives trying to push it
Right.
in a way. Not that he ever acted on that. And I think that's what bothers regular people that are just miserable, that don't
Mhm.
understand or lack self-awareness. Probably have some sort of racism. God knows. You know what I mean? There's different
Yeah.
people, different things.
Yeah.
But
He
Now,
definitely made it worse for them though. That I mean,
yeah, he
it's
shouldn't
got
have
to be some type
responded.
of conversation in the bedroom. Like, it's
I
crazy.
think
go
sorry,
ahead,
go
Sam.
ahead. You go.
You
No,
good? Go
I
ahead.
just think LeBron. I think LeBron shouldn't have reacted to it, even though he kind of like dismissed it. He was like, I don't really give that kind of stuff attention. But I feel like by saying that, you're acknowledging specifically that. Where it's like if you just ignore it, it doesn't empower it at all. Where now, it's like kind of like where there's fuel, there's fire. He's added fuel to it a little bit. Because by saying you're not acknowledging, you're acknowledging it, which is like, why, bro? It shouldn't matter. This ain't the first time people accuse you of that. You went to Miami, everybody was saying you were going to party and do all kinds of nonsense. You know what I
I
mean?
think he felt the need to because Kevin attacked Savannah. I feel like if he would have just attacked
True,
LeBron, like we know
true.
you're cheating, LeBron maybe would have said anything because it's like I don't care what
Yeah,
you say about me,
yeah.
but you
He's
said
getting
something about
older.
my
He's
wife,
good
yeah,
point.
and so
Yeah, he
you got to
protected
say
his son
something,
recently,
right?
protect his wife. Maybe he's at that phase in his life where he's like, I'm a grown man. I understand y'all talk, but I'm not going to sit there and take all this talk like I've always done.
Right,
Because that's a
exactly.
good point too. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta put your foot down or at least draw a boundary. Be like, please respect this.
Yeah, when it comes to your lady and your kids, you got to say something. You can't sit back on that one.
Absolutely, because it's almost worse. Because then you'll hear from it from your kids and your lady. Because like, what kind of father are you if you don't protect them? You know what I
Right.
mean? What kind of husband are you if you don't stand for them? So I mean, there's that aspect to it too.
That's real.
Because I don't know, bro. Like I try to be fair. Like I get it. Like I could look at a video of Savannah and LeBron and I could see that she's not googly eyed for him. But I don't jump to the conclusion Kevin does because I'm not in that negative place. Like I could see that same experience for myself with my wife. But we've been together for 4 years. She can't be googly eyed forever. I'm not that special, dude. I'm just a guy. You know what I mean? And LeBron is special, but he's still just a guy. You know what I mean? They've been together for a long time. So
Right.
it's harsh for Kevin to jump to that conclusion. He
And
definitely was.
she been
I'm sorry.
intimate with. So she been
Yeah,
intimate so many times. Like what the you know what I'm
right.
saying? So
Yeah. And she's not married to like 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists, bro. She's married to a dude that poops and shower. Like she sees the human part of him, the recovery, the regular aspects that makes him
she
very
Absolutely.
human.
she got to
So,
see him heal up. She got to see the
mhm,
rehab. She got
right,
to
yeah.
she know he
The
ain't even
buildup.
able to go out there and do
Yeah.
what he be damn doing, and he doing it anyway.
Literally. It's kind of like, you know what I related to? It's like when someone loses weight, if you're really close with them, you see them wake up every day and work to lose weight. Whereas like if you not that like you just casual friends with them, you're like, oh my God, overnight you lost mad weight. Like it's never overnight, bro. You're just not that close. You didn't see the work. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I know exactly what you mean.
So she's like around him all the time. So she's seeing everything. So of course she's not gonna be googly eyed like the fan, which for this example is like a white woman. But regardless, any and every single person in the stadium is a fan, and they're gonna look at LeBron googly eyed. Why they're there, especially those front row seats. That's the highest paying tickets. Of course they're gonna be like super, you know what I mean, hypnotized by
Right.
the fan.
They're
And cheap
trying to get
seats,
their
like
money's worth.
you better be to that kind of paying for that much. I mean,
I know
Okay.
that's right. Look, for
So
those prices,
I'm
they're going to get as many pictures as they can.
sorry.
that's right. In happy
I'm sorry.
moments, good time
Right.
moments. So
Yeah, no,
listen, Sam, why you think Kevin Gates even know
my bad. I'm over here disconnecting. Oh no.
you hear me, Sam?
No, sorry about that.
No, you good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. My bad. I hopped out to disconnect this trailer, and I think the Bluetooth disconnected and caused all kind of errors.
That's no problem. Listen. So why you think
Mhm.
Kevin Gates? Why you think Kevin Gates even paying attention to Savannah anyway?
Kevin Gates, honestly, at the end of the day, I think Kevin Gates is projecting because I think Kevin Gates had a bad experience where
You.
he felt like he was on the top of the top. And when he went to jail, he openly sung about this where Trina broke, cheated on him and this
Mm,
relationship fell apart. So a lot of times when things like that happen, people project. So like now he's way too familiar with that. He's over noticing and everything. It's kind of like
Mhm.
when you buy a red car, you see red cars everywhere. So because he went to like a point where he thought he was great and he still got violated like a regular person would or is
Mhm.
heartbroken. Where a lot
Mhm.
of times when people pursue greatness, they convince themselves like, yo, if I'm great, if I got this, nobody can hurt me again. And that's just not the case. You're not invulnerable to hurt. You're still probably gonna get hurt. It's part of the human experience. So I think through his hurt, that's all he can notice. So even if that's not the case for LeBron, that's all Kevin sees because that's all he knows because that's what he's living through now.
Mhm. I
right.
can
You
see
know,
that.
like
But that
realistically, at least, like I don't know anything at the end of the day.
but
Right.
that might be also why he feels the need to have multiple women, you know?
Of course, yeah,
Because
like
he needs to feel
yeah.
like the love from everywhere. Like if one isn't doing
Mhm.
enough, he's got another one, he's got another one, and then you talk openly. And I don't know if you guys noticed it, but in the first video, his wife or the girlfriend was in the passenger seat. Like you feel
Yeah,
comfortable standing around her,
The
you know,
girlfriend.
like you just really don't care. Like you letting her know you need the admiration. If she don't give it to you, he gonna go get him some bunnies.
Right.
yeah, and
That's a
a lot of that, like, go
that's
ahead.
another good thing. What I was about to get ready to say too. A question I was gonna get ready to ask Sam. Before I ask
Yeah,
that, y'all hit the like button, uh, comment, and subscribe to the channel for me. But Sam, let me ask you this. So
I gotta do that as well.
would you rather have a 10 that looks around at everybody else or a 5 that's loyal to you and you know what I'm saying that
Look,
kind of that's a good
personally, I've been through both situations, and like I don't know, like the second option. Realistically, when it comes to looks, they fade, and I had to learn that the hard way. Like
Let's go, Sam.
prior to my current wife, I dated a girl which I thought was beautiful, like googly eyed over, and the headache wasn't worth the heartbreak, because I feel like you constantly have to feel like you have to fight to win someone over, even when you're with them. And I'm not saying that's not the case with someone that might not be as pretty, but eventually when looks fade and they fade no matter what. So it don't matter how pretty they are in the moment. And maybe that's what Savannah's experiencing too. Like she might have been googly eyed for him when they first met, but all that fades eventually. It's who that person truly is what you're capable of falling in love with or not. And the looks don't really matter to that. If they're just like a shell of a person, they're heartless, they don't have anything in common with you, it's very hard to be married. And I think that's the difference between marriage and dating ideally as well too.
right.
You better speak on it, Sam.
Look, and
And
LeBron is definitely fading. I mean,
yeah,
you got to be honest
yeah,
about it.
because but realistically, I mean, he's just a guy. If anything, he's not a good husband. He's not a good boyfriend. Not in the sense of like he beats on or anything like that, but he's ultimately engaged with and entertaining something else full time to a point where how could he be? Because to be a good husband, you have to give like full time effort, and that's
Yeah.
just not. He's only a person. He only has 24 hours. You know.
And you know what?
So
There is, but you know, I don't know if you ever heard Sam. We
go
it's
ahead.
this news anchor, Sharon Reed. I live in Atlanta. This lady
Okay.
came down here and she was instantly. I'm talking about a hit. She's my favorite news anchor. Right? Come
Yeah.
to come to find out, she's from Cleveland, and they say that LeBron has a child by her.
Oh man, see that's that rumor bullshit, man.
I mean, it could be a rumor, but listen, I've heard this in so many different places that it's almost like
You know why
it.
I don't believe that? LeBron's
Talk.
got a lot of pride, dude. He's got a lot of pride. He made his whole career based on this pride of like, yo, my pops wasn't around. I'm gonna be like people like I grew up without a father, right? That has this crazy effect on you, bro. It's a big, big like anger and motivator. So for him to live his whole life and accomplish everything he's done with that level of pride, I find it impossible. Like I couldn't imagine. Like I know personally from my experience, I can only speak for myself. I couldn't imagine making a child and abandoning it the way I felt abandoned growing up. You feel me? So I
True.
couldn't
True.
imagine him going through what he went through and then continue to do that, especially as great as he is. It'd be different if he was like like if he was Kevin Gates, let's say like where he had drug issues and other things he need to resolve, then I could understand that. Other kids everywhere. But like LeBron, nah, he's way too like uptight proper. You know what I mean? Like he cares too much. He's
But let
got
me
I
ask
something
you,
to
don't know,
prove.
Sam. I mean,
why he was at a Diddy's
who
party?
says that he's abandoning it? I mean, if you give the mom money, you take him on private trips, or
Right,
you're
but
coming to
yeah,
visit him privately. We just wouldn't know.
right. There's that too. I mean, I can see that, but for me, like the thought of abandoning is like completely disconnecting. Like just like nah, this thing don't exist.
Yeah.
You know, and I just don't see him doing that. Whereas if he's doing the other stuff where he's providing some sort of income and just try to be secretive, his life is too public to a point where people will catch on. You know what I mean? They would notice something.
Maybe that's why her gawk went away. Maybe that's why Savannah's not looking at him in admiration. It's a lot of stuff that goes
I
on
mean,
with
yeah,
marriages and
there's a line.
relationships, that we
Yeah,
just don't know about. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely. You know what I mean? The truth of marriage is loving someone. It's not about being googly eyed over someone. That's not real marriage. I look at relationships where they like love each other too much and smother each other, and I never think they're gonna last. It's the ones where they look at each other like Savannah and they still stick around. Like, that's a beautiful relationship. Because it's easy to like someone when you like someone. Try liking someone when you hate someone. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when you're bitter at them, when you're
Now
upset
you
with
better
them.
speak right
You
there.
you know what I mean? And that's love. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's easy to like whatever. My
You're
favorite
gonna be
food
on
or
our
whatever.
panel now, Sam. You're gonna be
Yeah, of
Sam
course, I'm
Speak.
down here. I like it. I'm trying to do my own YouTube thing anyways. This helps me because I'm trying to develop more confidence and stuff on the
Thanks so
camera.
much.
Of course, thank you guys. I got to follow as well.
Yes, sir. Follow us. We try to go live. I'm trying to go live every day.
We
Uh,
appreciate it. We're gonna follow too.
I'd love to.
okay.
Get
We got
perspective
Ricky,
and
my,
stuff. That'd
my
be
boy
awesome.
Ricky. He just hit the panel. Tell me what you think.
That's so cool.
Get your thoughts out right quick.
What's going on, good people?
You know what it is. We just here
Hey.
just have a conversation and our perspective on it. Ain't nobody right, ain't nobody wrong. It just you got your own.
That's right. That's right.
Hey.
So y'all talking about as far as Savannah's admiration towards LeBron?
Yeah, listen, what the fuck Kevin Gates goddamn talking about I want to say this before we that's exactly what we're talking about, but before I forget, man, we did not even put in perspective of everything, like everything Savannah even doing in the background as far as her oldest son is in the NBA. Her second son, he's got a full scholarship to go to damn Arizona to pick up his choice. The daughter, you got to know she gonna be in line. You haven't heard anything out the way about this lady, and Kevin Gates came and fully attacked her, and it's like, what's up with this shit, man?
That's why I love Miss James. Cause Miss James is the real mom, and you can tell that. She don't come to the game to the nines every night. I mean, LeBron is what he been in the NBA for 20 years.
Right,
It ain't even no need for her to do that. This is a regular day for her. This is a game. Like I don't think it's as big of a deal as everybody else make it. Like, yeah, this is my husband. Yes, he is LeBron James, but we operate on a whole different level.
right,
I'm worried about more of the house than more so of this is LeBron's thing. This ain't my thing, and that's why I think Miss James is mastered that. Like this is my husband's thing. This is not my thing. I ain't come here to be seen. I ain't come here to be in nobody's face. I come here to support my husband and my children. So
right.
I really think Kevin Gates jumped all the way out the window with that one.
That's true. And like even on top of that, she can't even do too much because if she make it, every move she make is scrutinized. I mean, literally everything that lady gonna do, I mean, it's gonna be scrutinized. If she fucking if she come back with two popcorns, it's like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna
Right.
sell this, or it's gonna be the biggest thing ever. And it's like, it is never anything. It's like, what can you read that was ever negative about or out the way about her? And then for her, really, she just really just sit back, like you say, bro. She just play her role. That's his thing. This man has made history. I mean, like how many times like history has been made in this damn household of theirs? And she is like, "What's up with Kevin?" Like his perspective is all the way out of line, and it's always misleading because people are going to go with his perspective. People are going to look at it, and they're going to project on their relationships. That's going to affect their life because they're going to, even young up and coming athletes. What is that doing to some athletes who thinking these or who got this sense of maybe even control aspect, and they want to just really control this thing in their household? And we're gonna have to get on that. Speaking of control, we got to get on Uncle Shay Shay. We gotta get on him too.
Ooh.
Sure. Um, what about that? You know, the up and coming guys who like Kevin Gates, who gonna listen to him, who gonna be NBA guys, and they gonna want this control because
Well, they
everybody's not
first
gonna be thinking of it.
first they need to realize that listen to a man like that, you got to be a fool anyway, because his household ain't all the way together. His household ain't together. He running around with different women, and his wife is beautiful. Well, I mean, I don't know how his relationship, but Drika is beautiful,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
And the way you living, you don't think somebody trying to court Miss Drika?
After the kid.
So come on now, you point your finger, you got 4 point back, boy. You're gonna be in the world of hurt when that go get viral, when that go public with
Oh yeah,
somebody. You're
that's
gonna
what I'm
be in a
saying.
world of hurt.
When he got out of jail, he was singing about her cheating on him. That's what I'm saying. I think he's keen to that now, or that's all he sees in people because he lived through it.
Right.
Mm.
That's another thing too. Kevin Gates, like he do, like if you really, I'm a person that I'm a big believer in that, like a person who you could tell, like how what's really bothering a person or what's really their like insecurity, whatever, because they're going to speak about it, and more times than not, they're going to project that on a person. Whoever they feel easiest on, they're going to project that on you, and it's like, where did you come up with this from? Like, how did you come up with this out of nowhere? Because that's what he's dealing with. Because
Yeah.
it's just like unexplainable. For this man to have all these millions of fans and followers and dollars and have access to all the access he have in the world, for him to really sit right here. I mean, even to the
Mhm.
women, anything. Like, dude, you gonna actually sit right here and know the difference. You know the difference of a fan and all that googly eyed shit. You know what you really want. You know what's really important, and gonna sit right here and project that energy out in the world. That's very selfish right there, man.
Extremely selfish. And then I remember it was not too long ago when Miss Savannah James, she went viral because she don't dap up his teammates and all of that. She don't do none of that. That is
Right.
your thing. I don't come here to conversate with them. No, I come here to support you. That's not her thing. Being buddy buddy and being the team mom. She not on that. She not trying to get. She not on that.
Correct. And I
That's
love
why
that.
I'm like, that's
I
that's
feel
crazy. And
like
his Kevin Gates' whole situation with the lady he dealing with. I went to college with her,
the wife or the girlfriend.
the girlfriend.
Okay.
I went to college with her.
When did this come about? He when did his girlfriend come about any dang on way?
Man, this girl is from the deep. This girl is from Mississippi.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever been to Mississippi, but
I
that
just
is the Bible Belt.
okay.
That's the Bible Belt. It ain't too many. It might be under 1,000 Muslims in that whole state of
Okay.
Mississippi. So this girl running up under this new act of transforming her life when you have not been a that's not of your culture by any means.
At all. No, sir.
Of any
No.
means, we're talking about Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Bible Belt. That's high on Sunday school, Bible study, Sunday school, and now you flip your whole thing. You say, okay, you want to you redo your life or whatever the case, you clean up, and you get up under this Muslim. Which I got plenty of Muslim partners. I got plenty of y'all Eeffoc. I don't personally care what, as long as you're a better, if it feels like it makes you a better person, I'm all for it. I'm not saying that to cast judgment. All I'm saying that is extremely, extremely weird. It doesn't seem to have any truth behind it.
No,
It's
I
just
was
the
thinking,
image.
what did Kevin say though? At the end of the day, I just think about this. What he really said was, "Yo, I want to trade places with him." And like, what do you mean by that? I think Kevin was from personal place saying, I couldn't like I don't think Kevin could imagine himself being loyal to one woman the way LeBron's been loyal to his wife, on the off chance his wife is cheating or falling out of love with him the way Trika fell out of love with Kevin. Like I think he's justifying himself having a girlfriend because of Trika falling out of love with him,
So he
which
said.
isn't a
So you
good
saying Sam? He
justification.
was he was slick hating.
You said he's what?
He was slick hating.
Yeah, low key, like more so like in a sense of like projection where it's like I when Kevin was with Trika, he was madly in love with her, right? When he went to jail, he thought she cheated on him, and he got out. He tried to make it work with her, and now he got a girlfriend. I'm thinking when he decided to get himself a girlfriend, even though he has his woman, he justified that with, yo, if she ever fell out of love with me, at least I'm good. Like I don't gotta worry about being hurt. So he look at LeBron and thinks like, yo, he doesn't have anything to fall back on. He gonna get hurt. But that ain't the case. That's only his excuse for what he did. Kevin's own excuse. You feel me? Sorry, I'm doing a bunch of things here too.
He fucked up his Savannah James with Drika. That was his Savannah
Exactly.
James.
Yeah. That was his ride or die. He didn't have to get no girlfriend or anything like that. So it's like, how do you justify that shit to himself?
Cause she don't do none of that public charades and stuff either.
Yeah. Now she down for him. I
and
mean,
and, and I would even it's a big deal because he didn't even have to go on the internet with it.
at all.
That's the my whole perspective on it. He didn't even have to put that on the internet. It's like you
Mm.
knew what you was doing by putting it on the internet. In my perspective, like once you did that, because it's almost like on your songs, you say you don't speak on no man. No,
You
this and that.
don't.
Speaking
You don't.
on right then and there. So
Yup.
Especially not in no public forum like that. No, not in no. That's an established family. That's not so. That's nothing you play around with, man. You keep your 2 cents to yourself, if you even
because
got 2 cents.
and now you know what? Because you got these impressionable minds, they going to see they're going to not going to ever be able to paint this goddamn happy ass
Yup.
picture of Savannah at the game, just
Yeah.
overly happy. It's not going to come to their mind. It's like, yeah, you know what? He right. This motherfucker
Yeah.
never, you know what I mean? Never
Yeah. He's
does,
ruining a picture perfect family for nothing.
right? He just selling that false
And I
reality.
and I like that. Savannah don't even do. He do a 360 dunk. He win a game. She don't do none of that.
Stay the same.
Bro,
That's normal. That's what he
we
do.
literally, we all know what women are. Women want to be the center of a man's attention, and she simply was not, so he could be as great as he was. And she still
Exactly.
is rock. That is not easy,
Exactly.
bro. Like she should be admired and praised, not, you know what I'm saying, like critique like this. So what if she human? So what if she gets upset sometimes? Like she a woman, dude. We
Yep.
all know what women are and how they rock. So that's on Kevin. Like I don't know. When I look at Kevin, it reminds me of somebody that knows that something's a lie, but he like, yo, bro, ain't this true? Ain't this true? Because you already know it's a lie, so you want me to validate your lie for you. And in that sense, I think he's trying to validate his own lie that he told himself on giving up on Trika type of deal.
Yeah,
That's the,
So
Miss,
that's why
you
he made
can't
that
you
public.
can't have no negative aspects on Miss James, man. The way she really carry herself like a dignitary. She
Bro,
don't even
she's a
carry herself
champion.
like she carry herself like a
Yeah.
dignitary.
right.
She
Bro,
don't
any
even
dude
she
in this
don't
world would love a woman like her.
And
That's
that
what
he's
I would love for my woman to okay.
let me
You ain't
be.
she don't take an hour to put makeup on and do all that. Yeah, she's gonna look very presentable and very pretty, but it's the time and place for that. She seems like she saved that for her man.
You
I
know how
saved
hard it
that
is
for
to be
you,
LeBron
though.
James?
Right.
And she let him rock and just stayed at, like, held the fort down like a real one would. Like, that's not easy to find, man. Good for him, bro. He's really lucky.
that's like almost you don't. You
Congratulations,
know what I mean? You really don't even see that.
man.
You
Yeah.
really don't like. I mean, Kobe Bryant, his wife, she stuck behind him, but
See?
She was
Other
very
reasons.
outspoken.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, there's other layers to that.
Yeah, she was outspoken.
yeah. So it's almost like it's not even that same situation because this, you know, what I mean, that's honestly, if all of us just keep it real, that's our fucking example wife. When we see a wife, especially if you're on that level, that's
Exactly.
that's that's exactly what we want.
Yeah,
That's why
realistically,
I
I don't think
said
you
she.
forget. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I said that's why I'm saying that I see her like as a dignitary the way she carry herself. She carry
Absolutely.
herself like a queen, like a
Yeah.
real queen, and she has
Mm.
a man on that level that is actually his goat King James, and
Right.
he
I
has
think that's
amassed
why
that
Kevin's
success.
resentful. Because he thought his girl would hold him down like that, and she maybe didn't in his own eyes. So now he's bitter. And rather than like reflecting on his own situation, he says that makes everybody else's situation into that. They're like, well, it wasn't just her. All of them do it. Look how Savannah, look at LeBron. Like, nah, bro, don't project your shit on them. They
Right.
chilling. Look at your own problems, bro. You know, the whole saying, like, don't throw rocks if you live in a glass house type of deal.
That's real.
Yeah, that's the big thing right there. Now you can yeah, he throwing rocks and bro, your house is Come on,
Gamble,
man.
all kinds of drugs and nonsense and stuff. Like you're not really winning as much as you want to think you are. But it is what it is.
Hell no, that it can't. It's never it is what it is because this shit affect like the a population, and this shit gonna go deep because now people gonna
So,
really. I mean, just think about when you were in high school and how you
no,
really
no.
look at these damn rappers or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, whoever you idolize, like what they say goes, and you know this is
Now
for
people are gonna shy away from marriage more because of
you know
nonsense.
what
And
I'm saying. This
marriage
is
is
really
the
affect
key to
people.
success.
Hell yeah, and you know
That's
for
Yeah,
it's
guys,
unfortunate.
he got enough power to where what you say gonna hit the blogs and get ran around in that circus rings. Like, bro, come on, man. You got to be
Yeah.
that was uncalled for. That
He
wasn't
should know
necessary at
better.
all.
I don't
right?
understand, man. He should know better for real. Even if
Yep.
it was 100% true, it's like, yo, bro, there's gotta be an aspect of him that says like, yo, I'm black. I gotta have my black person's back. It's bad enough the world be against us. Like, where's like I don't know, where's the sense of loyalty to anything? What does he stand to gain for pointing out something that maybe we all saw, but we chose not to speak on out of respect? You know what I mean? You know when couples go through it, sometimes you just leave it alone.
Right.
And
But it,
and if LeBron is doing anything outside
It's
of the
them,
way he
man.
constructs it, man, it's not in the public eye, man. It's
Literally,
very
that's his
private,
marriage.
private behind doors.
Yeah,
So, man, don't blow no man house up, man. And
literally.
you don't do that, man. You don't do that.
right because I mean he could have if he just wanted to kind of even exemplify he could have even brung up Elon Musk. You know what I mean? It's a lot of shit that people got going on, and it's almost like, bro, you got to really just stay in your lane because everybody we can all have an opinion, but at the same time, my biggest problem is understanding how big his voice is. Like no matter what, that could affect that affect like this young kids. You know what I mean? His whole fucking perspective of his relationship and how this thing's supposed to go. Because I was one of those impressionable kids when I liked a athlete. I'm just gonna try to idolize him. When I like a rapper, I'm trying to idolize him, and I don't, that's how I was. That's why I don't like for certain. I understand impression. So it's like when you putting this, when you're saying things, and because I was a real Kevin Gates fan. I like his music. I appreciate it. I feel like he going through shit because, like, for you to even be expressive and very descriptive on what you're talking about and is very kind of different from just regular rap. It's not just like he just trying to talk about cocaine or whatever. Like this man is getting emotional if you really listening to him. But and now, just like you said, Sam, like if you really understand that aspect, like he's just really projecting that shit on other people, on his on LeBron's relationship, and it's very unfair because even though it seemed like
Unwarranted.
even yeah, it's unwanted and it's even unfair because
Mhm.
this lady, you know what I'm saying? We don't never know what people are dealing with. How
Yeah,
do we how
literally.
type of anxiety this lady is dealing with? We don't know. That could be, for because just really think about it. LeBron has to have his wife out there. It's a whole
Yeah,
storyline,
it's a whole
and
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? What if she just could have just been so camera shy? Like people deal with shit and it's like it's just normal. But until it's like, oh, now you got to be front and center on the damn hardwood of the damn wherever you go. And now the camera gonna zoom past you, and now what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And then now she just been holding it together all this time, and she done had this man kids. She ain't fell apart in no type of way. It's like she ain't left. You need
I
to.
mean, we you talking about her expressions at a game? How many games have NBA professional games has LeBron James played in?
I mean, okay, we can do it like this. They play about 73 games. He done did that shit 20 times.
Plus
And hold on,
playoffs.
wait. Now he done been in the playoffs damn near every year. He done been in the fucking now NBA. So he done played at least 100 games damn near every season.
Literally.
Man, this man has
Who
played
goes for
in
100 games that has full enthusiasm like that?
he has
Nobody,
And
man. Come
played
on.
in
ain't been
1,500 games in his career.
ain't no
Literally.
and
He's
he did
known
One
for
thousand five
longevity.
hundred and
he did the
sixty-two
Olympics too.
games.
He did the Olympics too.
He's
One
really known for
thousand five
longevity.
hundred and sixty-two games. Do you know
Okay.
how repetitive it is for her to go to a game?
Yeah,
That's not no
no,
big thing for the fan. That's not. She's not a fan. This
yeah.
All
is, you know.
No, she's his wife. She's doing her job. She doesn't have to be enthusiastic about it. She's there.
Come
She's
on,
supporting
man.
him,
I don't
and
see.
she
She
been
might
did
be
her
think.
job.
She might be thinking like, "Damn, I gotta come to this
I
game.
can't
I
wait
was
to go
thinking about
home.
baking a
Yeah,
cake. Or I've
yeah.
been. I didn't have
And she has
something
every
planned
right
to do
to.
in the house. I
Now,
gotta
Kevin's
stop and come
wrong.
to the game.
Like you
right.
said, you were a fan of Kevin's, right? I am too. I fell in love with Kevin because his music was always very, very personal, speaking on himself. And it was very like specific things that most people won't speak on out of whatever, you know what I mean? Discouragement, fear, this and that. So I respected that, right? The fact
Right.
that he's doing this now, it shows that he's dying up hard, like he's dying off, and that's fine. You can sizzle out, bro. You don't got to be famous forever. But he won't accept it. And so now he's doing like he's basically selling his soul because he's sacrificing his own dignity and his own reputation, who he is or who we fell in love with, to stay relevant. And when people do that, it becomes real desperate and nasty looking. I've never seen it work well.
Sam, you went. He went. Sam went deep with that one because that he is on like streamers. He doing all these streams and stuff. But like,
Yeah.
you really
And
at
it's
the
like, what
level
you
where you
running
shouldn't
from?
be doing that, man. You a
Yeah,
grown.
man.
You
You
a grown
solidified.
man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't really too. You shouldn't be looking forward to looking up with streamers. I mean, okay, cool, you understand. But like you said, bro, it's cool with just gracefully falling or
Yeah.
gracefully growing. You're a man. You can grow into other things.
I never seen a person at peace go out their way to point out other people's problems.
That's
Who are
true.
not, you know what I mean? Like what peace you don't got in your life where you gotta point that out, bro.
And that's just with anybody who has
Anybody.
anything negative to say.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Bro, just a general hater. You know what I mean? Haters don't have I've never seen a hater with peace type of deal. You feel
Right.
me? Uh, you know what I mean? Sometimes they mean well, but sometimes, you know what I mean? Like you can't be that much of a celebrity, even if you mean well. Like we all old enough to know it don't matter if you mean well or not sometimes, because the effects of your actions could lead to some serious bad consequences. You causing like a domino effect on a society as a whole that is negative. And if you care any little bit about the society, you would have just shut your mouth. Because all
Exactly.
three of us could look at that video and be like, yeah, she kind of do look kind of funny. Oh, well, I hope they work that out and walk away from it. Fuck you had to say something for, bro. Mind your business, bro. Like, what's good going to come out of it? Best case scenario, you right, they get a divorce. How's that good? You know what I mean? A worst case scenario, they don't get a divorce, but like people view of that relationship is tainted forever. Like another powerful couple is like Barack and his wife. All the time I see they talking about how they potentially about to be divorced or separated or something. Like,
It,
maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but like, why? Why are we trying to tear families down always? Which is the most powerful thing we could have, families. I mean, that's
it,
And
just, I don't know.
bullshit sells.
That's
Bullshit
true
gets
too.
clicks.
Facts. People can't wait to see the next problem because they're always worried about shit. I don't know. That shit hurt my feelings, man.
and see, it's the people without the happiness, like you just alluded to, and we have to be very conscious of that. When we start hearing these things, and when we're hearing something that's very confusing, it's almost like there it is. If
Mhm.
you not very skilled to recognize that, you
Yeah,
don't understand the manipulate, and people don't even understand they doing this. A lot of times, people don't even understand they're hurt
yeah,
because every damn body else is hurt.
yeah.
So
We got we
once
got
you
big like. I'm
when
sorry. Go ahead, brother.
a person is going through something, or once a person is expressing something, and then when a person come and put a negative aspect to it, that's not going to do anything to help the situation resolve itself, or come up to any type of conclusion. You just
Yeah,
basically going to project this term on this person. It's like, just cut it out.
mm,
It's
yeah.
unwarranted. It's not needed. We're not moving
Hurt
forward.
people, hurt people.
That's it.
Facts.
That's
Right.
it.
It's stupid, man. You know, when you were talking earlier about Kevin too, I was thinking about the situation they got going on. I'm a big Tupac fan. I still do. What do you mean? I'm 35 years old. I idolize so many things Tupac
Where
said
you from,
growing
Sam?
up. I'm from New York.
Okay. You still in New
But
York?
there's, yeah, yeah, I'm out here. I'm working right now. I'm driving to Syracuse and stuff. I drive a truck. But
Okay,
there's
that's what's
certain
up.
things that Tupac rapped about that, sat with me because I grew up alone. My father wasn't around. And like, I had problems and stuff. I was in the streets trying to get accepted. And that music got to me, right? So now they got this video of Tupac in our school as a 17-year-old young man, right? And 17 is a young age where you don't really know yourself. You're trying to find yourself. You do different things, right? And they kind of projecting this like homosexual narrative on him. But in my mind, it's like, yo, bro, if he was gay, he could have said that himself. The fact that he didn't leave that man alone, he's dead, bro. What's wrong with y'all people, bro? You're always trying
Right.
to like diminish people. Like this is someone's idol. Like that shit hurts me. I'm a big fat. I got thug life tatted on me, bro. I live and die by this shit. Leave that shit alone, bro.
Yeah, that's
If he
real.
wanted to speak like that, that's on him, bro. That's not on nobody's place. But we got a big problem with self awareness in society, and then people gimmicks. There's too many gimmicks. Everybody's trying to do the next big gimmick. The attention grab. Like, there's not a lot of realness. But it's hard to be real if you don't know who you are, where you at. You're not aware of yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Even like with YouTube, right? You got people who can really, you can come on this thing in a lot of different ways, and then
Yeah,
but you really just come on here and just be authentic and just be yourself. You don't have to come on here
yeah.
and just create this whole persona of
Oh,
something, because it once is something that's not real, it's not going to last, and it don't matter
yeah.
if it's jewelry, it's everything. So even
Mm,
relationships, this personality a person trying to put up, it's just like after a certain time, it's gonna be over with. So
yeah. And the worst part is, children, like as adults, we could discern that. Like, yo, this ain't real. This ain't authentic. But
not
children
all
don't know that,
not all
and they
of us,
consume it. Yeah, there's some people that don't know it either. They're childlike in their maturity and
right?
awareness level. But regardless, I'm not trying to down talk people. But children don't know. They absorb these things and think it's normal. It's normal for me to disrespect a woman because she gonna end up cheating on me. Like, nah, it's not, bro. It's not normal. It's normal
Right?
for you to love a woman. It's
Correct.
normal for you to try to be loved by a woman and try to love her. Like these things, man. And I don't know, bro. Like I'm always torn by this because I feel like I'm a good speaker, and I feel like if I wanted, I could do the magic trick and put everybody at all. But is it worth my soul? Is it worth selling my dignity just to trick everybody into thinking I'm something special? Because I know I'm not. I'm just a dude.
Well,
Maybe I could speak, but
even
yeah.
it's like,
Nah, bro, you special. You special,
yeah,
bro.
and
I mean,
it's
I am in my own ways. Yeah, true.
even
Thank you.
even if your situation didn't work out, or you still have experience and you still have that conscious mind, like even you
Yeah,
sit back and put your it seemed like a perspective on it of like, okay, just how could it have worked, or what just went wrong, no matter who, not
yeah,
trying to put who in this situation, but it was somewhere where this thing,
yeah.
went left. So
Nah, I
uh
feel you.
you
Definitely.
are a great speaker, because from your experience, it's always something you can tell a person what to look out for, how to do better,
Yeah.
things to work on, things to
Mm-hmm.
stop doing. So you know, it just take sometimes for a person just to even just to keep on. Like, I don't have to tell you the best advice, but let me not just be negative. I'm gonna
That's the
find something.
thing.
You like, hey
Yep.
man, yeah, continue. No, you right. Everything you say you are that. Just keep
Yeah.
working, man. Shit,
I appreciate that, man.
for
And
real, man.
it's weird how negativity sometimes has a 10x effect compared to positivity. But it's so
Yeah,
weird because positivity is the most powerful thing in the world. Like, man, you did good today. You tried. You know what I mean? Like, that shit goes a long way for people. And you know what I think the best response LeBron could have did that just came to my mind? He should have just came out and be like, yo, man, I've been married for this many years. My wife isn't supposed to be googly at me. Mind your business. And that's it. Everyone like, yeah, that's a good point. Get out of here, Kevin Gates. You know what I mean? But
That's
it's
why
hard in the
that,
moment.
and I think that's why your wife ain't supposed to kiss your ass. Your wife
Literally,
ain't
bro.
supposed to shit that you, especially you thinking out of man. This man could probably get held as somebody will pick this man. Two grown ass men will pick him up and carry around him the rest of his life because
yep,
of who
Yeah.
he is. And she'll
Yeah.
probably look back at you and say, "You still that's some bullshit, motherfucker. Your feet still stink,
yep,
motherfucker. You got a booger in your nose."
yep,
That's
Yeah.
what he. That's what he probably loved. Like,
yep,
no,
Yeah.
she don't do all that. She looks at. She remember me as this goofy ass kid.
Yeah.
That was goofy as hell. That grew with
Yeah.
me. She don't.
Literally.
She's not googly eyed and all. She got 3 kids by this man.
Yeah.
This
You don't
man is
have to be
not
googly eyed,
King
bro.
Goat James in the house. He is LeBron or
and that's
whatever
Yeah.
nickname he got for her,
Yeah.
or they
Yeah.
got
That's
for
a
each
fact.
other.
For
what is
real.
That's who he is to her.
And maybe Kevin Gates got a wrong standard there. Because if you
Maybe
think your
Kevin
wife's
Gates.
supposed to treat you like a celebrity, you're wrong, bro. You're supposed to be your wife's partner, not your wife's celebrity.
Kevin
So
Gates
maybe
might
that's
be a
what.
sissy.
Yeah.
He-
Or what?
He might be a sissy.
hey,
Yeah,
you know
you
what?
know, there's
I done
always
heard
too sensitive.
I done heard enough females say that though. I done heard enough females say that, bro.
Well,
You got
it's
an
a
opinion
feminine
on
view.
how a female supposed to
Yeah,
look at a man?
that's
Hold on
yeah.
now.
Cause
Hold on now. Let's
It's real
rewind
intimate.
this. That don't sound right.
they don't.
Yeah, I can imagine myself being in that position. You know what I mean, like
Right.
his wives ask, my wife asked me all kinds of like, do you think that guy's happy? I don't know. Like you don't care about these things as men. Even if you see something, you don't point it out. Just not throw stones if you live in a glass house. The whole saying. You know what I mean? I got my own issues. I don't need exposure.
And when people start to try to expose people issues, they try to make it fair seeming. That's
Mm,
your issue. You try
mm.
to just make it seem fair seeming, like it was just a question that I was being asked. No, that's your issue, dog.
Nah, bro.
If you
Yeah.
was, it'd have been simple. Like, why you don't want to live LeBron James life? I'm not an athlete. I don't know nothing about.
Anything. Yeah. Keep it simple, bro. Why you gotta be so intimate for? You
Isn't
don't
it?
know
He
what's
went
going on.
straight to attack his wife. Oh, because Savannah don't look at him like how the white women look at him. It's like,
Who gives a fuck? She's not a fan. She's his wife.
how the
That
hell
was
you
ignorant. That was the most. That was some ignorant ass shit.
yes?
That
And
shit was
then like,
ignorant.
listen, when LeBron come out there, they don't whip the fucking camera across the damn white women. So how the
Yeah,
hell you know
bro.
how the white women look at him?
Now he's talking about that one meme that was popping off where the owner of the Lakers was kind of good. Like her and that other white chick were kind of googly eyed. Like in that situation, they was looking at him as a money making opportunity. They was kind of looking at him with a mischief. So I wouldn't
Exactly.
want people to look at me like that either. You know what I mean? Because
But
they're making money off of that man. That's why they're looking at him. Please.
in that situation, it's almost like, hey, are we gonna pay you this much money? So we gonna make this much money. That's business. It's almost like
Yeah,
we
look
need
how much
to
you gonna make off of this man like that. I'd rather have the way Savannah look, man. At least that's real. And it's not like using me. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I
no,
think Kevin just was being brash.
that's
Said
all.
some private shit publicly.
Hey, so y'all want to hear a take on this Shannon Sharp shit? Y'all want to give a take on
Oh yeah,
that?
let's get into that because I just seen a little bit of that.
You, you know,
Okay.
it's the girl from that recording.
Is it?
Yep.
I
That's what
hold
I
on,
had the
hold
thought
on,
of. I'm like, shit.
wait. I don't think it's the girlfriend because the video I'm finna play. Uh, I'm shout out to Shetty Nash. This his content. He finna read pretty much what Busby, Tony Busby, that's the dude who Jay-Z that's fucking he's suing right now for defamation of character. Just the goddamn
Right.
he did his thing. He was doing a little oil shit, but now he's trying to it looked like he's trying to cross over to this entertainment. Well, he was the lawyer too that had the Sean Watson, all them damn women with the Sean Watson got him knocked off, but
Hey,
he ain't doing too good because Jay-Z
okay.
got on them and right now he's
So he's a
finna
settlement chaser.
Yeah, he a
yeah.
sack chaser. Yeah, he a sack chaser.
Okay. He probably like, cause I thought about that girl from the video too. I thought like maybe she was feeling some sort of resentment because she didn't make no money off that. But that shit kind of blew Shannon up a lot. You know, it helped him make a lot of money.
From
So a
Right.
guy
from
like
the
that,
from I seen the video earlier. They said that was he raped her that day.
Right. Hold on. You
man,
got
that's nonsense.
me saying the R word. I'm saying the R word. Listen,
Oh, I
Yeah.
mean
you
he
good though. But Miles,
yeah.
Bankhead, come on up to the panel, man. You got an opinion. Come on and say it live with us. It ain't if you right or wrong, bro. You got your
Yeah.
opinion, but come on up here and hop on and talk to us, bro. And let us know. But he said LeBron
Mm,
cheats, especially with white women. Kevin was low key throwing LeBron under the bus about it. Come and talk to us about it.
mm,
You know that we don't know. You know
interesting
what I'm saying? If you
perspective.
come and talk to us. But what I'm finna do now? I'm finna play this little video right quick. Of only thing you got to do too, if you want to hit the if you want to join the panel, just hit the link. I just put it in the chat again. But hit the link, man. And if everybody watching, hit the like, comment, and comment on the damn in the chat and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna try to come up here every day through the week. Um, and we just want everybody perspective. And
You
nobody's
said you
right.
in Atlanta, right?
Yes, sir.
You gonna come at nights like this? 'Cause I work nights and stuff. I'll be here every day if you
I,
want,
be,
bro.
I, I work during the daytime, so I do be up here at night, man.
Perfect. Yeah. I mean, I could do his gun work, you know.
This week. So I'm be down there. I'm going to Fort Lauderdale and I'm going to Orlando. So I might
Oh,
be
okay.
in the daytime, but I might come back on at night. Um,
Yeah. If I catch you, I'll catch you, man. I don't mind. I like
Channel. If you
in
subscribe to,
person.
you're gonna get the notifications. You come on up.
Yeah,
But here we
definitely.
go. We're gonna listen to it. He finna read the charges.
Oh yeah, with Shannon.
Yeah, with the Shannon shot. Here we go.
Two articles, right? And the reason why I'm gonna read these two articles is because the TMZ one is more detailed, and I make a hell of a case for something that I believe happened. But let's just go ahead and get to it. Shannon Sharp sued for $50 million over alleged rape. Shannon Sharp has just been sued for alleging R-ing a woman on multiple occasions, and the plaintiff in the case is asking for tens of millions in damages. The lawsuit obtained by TMZ Sports was filed by Jane Doe on Sunday in Nevada after she says Sharp brutally assaulted her several times at the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025 following a years-long abusive relationship. According to the suit, Doe met Sharp in 2023 at a gym in Los Angeles when she was 20 years old and he was in his mid-50s. She stated in the docs during their first encounter, Sharp told her he would buy her fake tits if she won a weight loss competition with him. She wrote in the suit, Sharp proceeded to pursue her relentlessly, calling, texting, and demanding she come to his Beverly Glen mansion. We heard about that on
Hey, pause it,
Undisputed,
Jay.
hadn't we?
Pause it.
The
Pause it,
woman
Jay.
stated she and the former Denver Broncos tight
Pause it, Jay.
Go ahead, talk to me.
Okay. Well, already sound fishy to me. A 20-year-old is at the same gym with Shannon Sharp.
Yeah,
Okay, so either that, so Shannon Sharp ain't going to Gold's Gym. He's at a private gym, upper echelon gym that costs a good grip on the monthly membership, right? Can we all agree on that?
I like your perspective because I didn't even think about it like that. But you right. Hell yeah, you right.
Okay. So that means she's already affluent. I would think so.
Right.
That she is already affluent. Um, in that manner. I think she can afford her own tits. I don't think I don't think Shannon Sharp is looking at a woman with a weight problem saying, if you get your weight down, I'll give you some brand new tits.
But it's a weight loss challenge. So it not like don't not necessarily saying that she's over shape. I mean overweight or out of shape. But go ahead.
Then Jane Doe, which really kills me as a man. Jane Doe.
Yes, sir. That's what you
I feel
fighting.
like that's a manipulation. I feel like first off, Santa's from the South, yo. People from the South, they got different mannerisms. They don't speak that bluntly. With that said, I feel like the worst Santa might is something like where she brought up the top, like, man, I would love to get my boobs. He was like, I don't know about this competition. If you prize money for that, yeah, that's kind of true. You say you'll get your boobs done if you go on the weight loss show with me, but that ain't explicit the way that it's stated there. You see what I'm saying with the partial truth? So it comes to a
Right.
point where I don't know. I don't think he was abusing her physically, for sure he wasn't. But you know what I mean? It just depends what comes out. I just don't see it like that. Like, why would he have to? Why would he want to? He's rich. Like, where is it and like his interest to do anything like that? But I
Yeah,
don't know.
And Shannon Sharp is
Those
notorious
are
for
crazy
saying he
sayings.
works out at like 3, 4 in the morning, like a
right.
crazy regiment.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, he almost 60. He's beast like though. He's got a good build. He works
56.
out
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot.
his physique is top notch. You
Yeah,
can tell his diet, he's top notch when it comes to that lifestyle. He real deal
yeah.
trained.
Except the hip, bro. Everything good except the hip.
It's just the way it's even starting off
I mean, I think
seems very far fetched. But we can continue the video. I just wanted to make those 2 points of
it's just a money grab. Like
okay, a 20-year-old
stuff like
at
this.
a gym.
My
You
bad.
got to hit a whole report. You got to hit a whole report. Then you know what I'm saying. Like
Yeah. Because stuff like this always used to confuse me. It's like, I'm not rich. If I assaulted someone, I wouldn't get like, a chance to pay him off. It would go straight to jail. So it's like, if he really violated you, why aren't you calling the authorities, send him to jail? Why are you trying to get a payout?
Bingo.
You know what I mean? And that's why these things always bother me. Like, even if it did or didn't happen, like, yo, have him arrested. The evidence will show. Like, no, you just trying to make money, man. Get out of here with that noise.
Get out of here with the fake time. Be in real time. I'm finna
Yeah.
press play.
Yeah.
Right in, ultimately got into a consensual relationship. So think about all that BS she just wrote before. Think about that. She said that basically he pursued her. He went after her. He tried to get into it with her. But yeah, it is what it is. Relentlessly calling, texting, and demanding she come to his Beverly Glen mansion. He demanded complete control over her time and body. Attorney Busby wrote in Doe's suit, expecting her to be at his house on his schedule at his command whenever he called. She's 20 years old. She ain't got no money. What you think? Doe claimed there was one argument in particular that terrified her when he yelled at her while the firearm was visible in the room. Really? Plenty tried sharing her location with friends on her iPhone just in case, the doc state. But Sharp saw her doing this. The moment he realized what she was doing, he grabbed her by the neck and told her, if you ever do that again, I will effing kill you. The two nevertheless continued the relationship, even following a move by both to Nevada during the summer of 2024. However, Doe states in her suit she attempted to break things off after his infamous Instagram live streaming incident, which she said led him to aura her. Doe claimed in her suit the first instance happened in October 2024 at her apartment. She said the 56-year-old Pro Football Hall of Famer forced himself on her while she was crying and sobbing. The second instance, the suit alleges, happened a few weeks later in January 2025. Doe claims Sharp came over to her house with promises of delivering a Christmas or birthday gift to her, but instead violently assaulted her once more. She's suing for over $50 million. It takes a great deal of courage to stand up against those with power, fame, and money, Busby said in a statement after filing the suit on Doe's behalf. I look forward to pressing this case in court. We reached out to Sharp for comment in the case, but so far, no word back.
Turn your mic on, Jay.
So, oh my bad. That's what he said. He violently pursued her and assaulted her. So but this was she didn't have a problem with it until after he had this infamous Instagram incident. It was all
So
good.
she is Michelle, right?
No, she's not Michelle. No.
That's not Michelle.
No, it's not Michelle.
Nah, I think that's what she was saying. That was the first time she was saying that incident on Instagram was the first time he from what I
Yeah,
understand.
he's saying that is her. Well, she's saying that
Yeah,
is her.
yeah. Not only
Hold
that's
on.
her, that's him, SA and her.
Let me go back and understand that again. Hold on. Let me
Yeah, replay that.
hold on. Let me see if we catch that.
Doe claims Sharp came over to her house with promises of delivering a Christmas or birthday gift to her, but instead violently assaulted her once more. She's suing for over $50 million. In her suit, the first instance happened in October 2024 at her apartment. She said the 56-year-old Pro Football Hall of Famer forced himself on her while she was crying and sobbing. The second instance, the suit alleges, happened a few weeks later in January 2025. Doe claims Sharp came over to her house with promises of delivering a Christmas or birthday gift to her, but instead violently assaulted her once more. She's suing for over $50 million. The reason why I'm going to read these two articles is because the TMZ one is more detailed, and I make a hell of a case for something that I believe happened. But let's just go ahead and get to it. Shannon Sharp sued for $50 million over alleged rape. Shannon Sharp has just been sued for alleging R-ing a woman on multiple occasions, and the plaintiff in the case is asking for tens of millions in damages. The lawsuit obtained by TMZ Sports was filed by Jane Doe on Sunday in Nevada after she says Sharp brutally assaulted her several times at the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025 following a years-long abusive relationship. According to the suit, Doe met Sharp in 2023 at a gym in Los Angeles when she was 20 years old and he was in his mid-50s. She stated in the docs during their first encounter, Sharp told her he would buy her fake tits if she won a weight loss competition with him. She wrote in the suit, Sharp proceeded to pursue her relentlessly, calling, texting, and demanding she come to his Beverly Glen mansion. We heard about that on Undisputed, hadn't we? The woman stated she and the former Denver Broncos tight end ultimately got into a consensual relationship. So think about all that BS she just wrote before. Think about that. She said that basically he pursued her. He went after her. He tried to get into it with her. But yeah, it is what it is. Relentlessly calling, texting, and demanding she come to his Beverly Glen mansion. He demanded complete control over her time and body. Attorney Busby wrote in Doe's suit, expecting her to be at his house on his schedule at his command whenever he called. She's 20 years old. She ain't got no money. What you think?
Go ahead.
Man, this Ed Busby guy doing the write-up, this guy seems like he's the one at the money grab.
Listen, that's his playground. You gotta understand.
All
He's
saying that Shannon Sharp was talking to a girl. Okay, if you're talking to a woman that you like, you're gonna try to see her. You're gonna try to spend time with her. I mean, come on, well, what are we doing here? What are you saying?
But that's
okay.
No,
times what he's supposed to put.
Everything he said could have been said in a normal way.
Right.
Literally.
No, he's not.
He could have said
not for 50 million.
Yeah, for you right. For 50 million, you got to make it sound as worse as possible.
Yeah. Yes. He asked her to be on time, this and that. Like, oh, word? He like firm about what he wanted and didn't want? Like, what?
He's like, everything is time for his life. He got mad at Ocho.
Yeah.
It was late.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, they playing on his personality. Like, they playing on his personality. That man, that's his personality. He rigid. He on time. He's strict. You can tell. Like, everybody know Uncle ain't playing.
Right.
Yeah. I think they're about to mention the Instagram incident right after this. So now.
Let's check it out. Hold on. Here we go.
Doe claimed there was one argument in particular that terrified her when he yelled at her while the firearm was visible in the room. Really? Plenty tried sharing her location with friends on her iPhone just in case, the doc state. But Sharp saw her doing this. The moment he realized what she was doing, he grabbed her by the neck and told her, if you ever do that again, I will effing kill you. The two nevertheless continued the relationship, even following a move by both to Nevada during the summer of 2024. However, Doe states in her suit she attempted to break things off after his infamous Instagram live streaming incident, which she said led him to R her. Doe.
Well, she said what?
So she said the Instagram incident led him to R-ing her.
Oh. So she's not Jane Doe because she's Michelle.
Good point.
So we don't really even need to hear the rest of the video because
yeah.
Right there. So she's not Jane Doe, she's Michelle. Here we go.
Yeah.
Michelle,
I think they just trying to paint a violent picture out of some regular stuff. Like, oh, he might have a gun that's hanging on a wall in his living room while the gun was visible. Like, what does that mean, man? Nothing.
I'm gonna say this. She said
that he caught her.
She said that he R-worded her in that video. That wasn't that. She didn't scream for help. None of that.
Exactly.
It doesn't seem like it seems like normal.
Not even casual, no.
I'm talking to. So I think she the allegations she's put out right now, I don't think she's painting a good picture, because even if you go back to that video, I mean, it doesn't seem as if he was assaulting her then.
Yeah.
And I don't even think it's the women behind this thing. I think this lawyer just he playing a dirty game. He's playing the game of life, and the way he played is dirty.
I'm even looking at Tony Busby like, okay, because I don't know if you guys even remember. You remember that the oil spill we had in the ocean, like in the Gulf?
Yeah, BP.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Tony Busby was the lawyer behind that. Like, this man made millions of dollars. Like, he's a real big time lawyer, and it's like, dude, Now you're doing this like celebrity stuff, and it's like you're losing. So why are you doing this? You don't need the money, bro.
Funny.
And we lane over here, you losing. So what is going on, dog?
It might just want to get his blood boiling. Like, well,
Well,
he
rich
the type of
people,
guy. That's the game of life. The way he played the game of
yeah,
life is dirty.
Yeah, but
rich
he
people
got to.
never need the money, but when they just want more, that's what being rich is. It's like never ending want, you know?
Yeah, but it's like how
So he
much
may
money
not
do
need it.
he got to be putting up something? Because a lot of these lawyers take these cases, and these people
Pro
not
bono.
paying.
Yeah.
Yeah, pro bono. I only get paid if I win. So it's like, how
Mm.
much money is he finna put up for this? How much money he just put up for this Jay Z shit that he now he getting sued for? It's like, and how much is Jay Z finna actually sue this man for?
Mm.
That's a real question. Like, this man has a real case. You just came at him, so he gonna come back at you full force, sir. So
They should really adjust the laws for incentivizing crimes like that. Like, yo, we shouldn't pay people to convince people they had a crime done to them. If a crime was done to you, call the police, man. Have that man arrested. What are you trying to get money
Yeah, it
for?
shouldn't. It shouldn't even be. It shouldn't be no way, no kind. It shouldn't. It shouldn't even be filed. Jane Doe should not even be filed.
it shouldn't be a civil
Mm.
suit. It should all be
Yeah.
criminal. If this
Yeah.
done,
Yo, listen, this is a criminal
be
thing. If you got R word, you call the police, have that man arrested, then, justice will be served. If
right,
not, don't try to sit here and extort. Because Shannon's hot right now, man. A lot of people watch him. A lot
right.
of people respect him, and he's got a lot of attention.
I mean, to ask, think about that number you suing for $50 million.
That's a lot. I mean,
That's disrespectful.
shit,
That's disrespectful.
50 million.
That's disrespectful. Like you really
Oh, that's
attacking my
ridiculous.
character that much? You think you finna weasel $50 million out of me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
That's
that's
the word.
disrespectful.
Weasel. Weasel. That's what they're
that's when
doing.
you go ahead
Being
and flex
weasel.
your power. That's when Shannon go ahead and flex his power.
That's what I'm saying. That's when they might have got the wrong one, and he might go all out on like, okay, I'm getting
Yeah.
all my legal team behind this. I'm not finna just fight it. I'm finna go look deep dive in who is this person, who
Yeah,
is your associates,
that's
what
why
has
it's
he
like
done? I want to know everything. I want to know what he wiped his ass the last
Mm.
10 years.
with and
Well, you know what
with
sucks about this, man? I'm sorry, go ahead.
right now, what's up about it? You good?
Well, no, I was going to say what sucks about this, guilty or not, man, we live in a world where it's like public perceptions. And I was thinking about that. One baseball player, as soon as he got his $300 million contract, the girl accused him. Bro had videos of her bragging about how she's gonna get him, like teasing how she's gonna like make fake charges about him. Ruined his whole career. To this day, don't play baseball in America no more. Right after he
Oh,
got
Trevor
that 300
Bauer.
mil.
Trevor
Yeah, yeah.
Bauer. I'm a baseball guy. I
So
know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, so he wasn't guilty, but he might as well been because that should ruin his life. And like, I hope
yeah,
that
he
don't
would.
happen to Shannon,
I don't know. Shannon
especially if
finna
he's
have to
not
flex
guilty.
his muscle because Tony Busby go, hey, you got to respect Tony Busby. You cannot play with Tony Busby. You cannot play with
Man.
him. Hell no. So you better go ahead like Jay Z. Jay Z did not
Yeah,
play with him. Hell no. So Shannon Sharp can't play with him. He better go ahead
yeah.
and he gonna
Not
have
let
to
it slide. Yeah.
get this shit in order, and we have to send a
Yeah.
response out because you know what? When you just even come up with allegations like that against a person, it's
Stand on
hard. These endorsements and these sponsors, they gonna pull away because you got these allegations against you. That's the
it.
hardest part. That's the
Man,
hardest part right there. They gonna pull away because of an allegation.
Yeah. It
that
happen all the
allegation
time.
too, that specific allegation is the
Yes, sir.
worst, allegation.
Only person that pretty much has ever been able to come back, not even about the allegation, you've seen the real damage was damn Chris Brown. He's damn near the only
Yeah.
person that can come back out this shit.
And
Everybody
that
else,
never went to court. That was all gossip, though.
there was no gossip. When I seen that goddamn picture, there was no gossip.
Yeah,
No,
but I'm saying it never went to court. There was never like criminal, like you know what I mean,
yeah, you're right. It was never
aspect of it.
like he was the even though like he still should have been. Normally, it would have been different for a person like
Mm.
after you seen those pictures, bro.
Yeah, they're bad.
Like, bro, Chris Brown bounced back after that shit. It was like that man is the GOAT. I don't give a damn what you say. Chris Brown the GOAT, bro. Like
Yeah,
And
nobody
then he
back
changed his
after
career
that.
too, though.
He
He
would as
went from
hell.
being like Yeah,
But nobody, you got to just be honest about that fact, bro. Anybody, look up anybody with who has that shit attached to their name. You done,
yeah,
bro. You done.
yeah,
They gonna make it their point to get you up out of here.
yeah. Well,
Simple,
I feel like times are changing though too, because you had Johnny Depp recently. He sued that girl Amber Rose back, and that was a whole public fiasco. So
right?
like it took away some of that Me Too movement power away. Which I'm not saying Me Too was a bad movement. It was definitely a good movement. Women should speak up if they were violated, but I feel like a lot of bad characters got empowered from that. You know what I mean? And so we got to clean out some of them dark in there.
Well, that mindset. Those people who have that mindset and they trying to find any type of way. But then you got
Mm.
these lawyers who come in and they attach themselves to it. So
Oh yeah,
it's that's the most evil part when those lawyers
they
start to take.
empower them. Yeah.
It's like now you got TMZ gonna report about it. Now it's just like it's gonna shape everybody's minds. Just going back
Mm.
to Kevin Gates shit. Oh, it's just it's a
Yeah.
mind. It's not something that's just so soft that people just
Yeah.
it's really not a problem that he said it because we hell, I'm 30 goddamn four, you 35. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we look at it,
Yeah.
we can skip past the bullshit. But as far as these impressionable guys who coming up and these gonna be some
Mm.
money makers. These gonna be some people that can move and shake things. And how they gonna
Mm.
look at this woman now? You making 30, 40, $50,000 a week, sometimes a day, and how you this gonna make an impression? How you supposed to this your woman supposed to look at you? You gonna think this woman's supposed to
Mm.
be all goofy out at you all the fucking time? And no, she's not, bro. She's not. You
I
know,
wonder if Shannon was talking about some touchy subjects recently, like why all of a sudden this is public domain, you know? Because I think of people like Russell Brand. He wrote a whole biography, basically bragging about him doing ridiculous things sexually, and no one batted an eye. And then he started talking against certain narratives, against certain evils and things that might exist. I'm not gonna get into that much. But then that became a big problem. So it's like I don't know. It's weird how the industry works. It's like if you're with them, they're for you. They'll protect you.
because if you even think about it like this right here, should none of it be a problem if they have goddamn Hugh Hefner? I mean,
Literally, they
I mean,
glorified it at one point.
Hugh
man, come
Hefner, the
on.
man.
They still
Perspective is interesting.
go. You can
Yeah.
go to damn Zoomies or any kind of different places and buy goddamn Playboy. People are still getting
Yeah.
this shit tattooed
Oh
on them.
yeah.
Playboy is still a real thing. This shit ain't
Yeah.
at
Girls
one
want
point.
to be bunnies and all that shit. Yeah.
It's still for real. He was just alluding to the goddamn it was the bunnies was gonna be out here hopping. No
Yeah.
matter if you talking about Easter or what, but it's still like,
Yeah.
bro, this is for real.
It
It's
gets
all about
deep, man.
yes, it's very deep. Because like at
Yeah.
first, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. At first when I first heard the perspective of what Kevin Gates said, bro, I was just like, he goddamn right. That woman, he the first billionaire athlete. She should be looking at
Yeah.
him like, but my friend, she was like, wait a minute, think about it like this, and I was like,
Yeah.
instantly, I'm
More
tripping.
perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was all one was like, no, she need the respect. This is the woman that y'all say y'all been looking for, and I'm like.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to open my eyes up. Like, wait a minute, hey, okay, you need to keep your fucking mouth closed because you know what? Now I got to sit right here and idolize damn Savannah James because Savannah
Yeah.
James been an example the whole
She
time.
a soldier, man. She's a champion. It was good for her.
She been right
Man,
here. She been right here in daylight. In daylight, she been in front of all the cameras. Guess what? We've been blinded by it. We've been looking at all the other shit. Now
yeah.
it's like, now that you done brought her to our attention, now look, just really put the perspective on how great this woman is, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that shit.
Really
Her her husband,
give her
her
flowers.
husband is the. You know what I mean? Her husband has garnered all that success. She know that, man. She
Yeah,
don't. I'm not here for all the pictures. I'm here for him.
She's a big
correct.
part of that too, man. He didn't have
She's
to
a
worry
huge
about.
part of it.
Yeah.
She's a huge part of it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
As
because
far as sense of normalcy and man, get up, man. You gotta think this man
Yeah.
when he
Peace.
leaves his house, bro, he can't go nowhere without creating a mob. Like
Yeah.
nowhere in the world without creating a mob.
yeah,
Bro, he needs a sense of like, man,
Bro, look at
fuck
this
that. You not
perspective too.
yeah, you the king, but I don't not in here. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, No, she
Take
the
this
king of that
perspective
house.
too.
Yeah, like, hey man, come take out this trash right quick.
Facts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
make his
Facts.
ass do a trash run. Keep him humble like that. He probably
Yeah.
love that shit.
Keep him
yeah.
my husband, yeah. But no, but
Yeah.
look at this too, right? How many like I speak from my own experience, how many mistakes you made just pursuing women or things you did, bad judgment calls, trying to impress a woman. You didn't have
Yeah.
to worry about a lot of that just because you had a rock at home, you
But
know?
hold on, wait a
So that's
minute.
a big part of the success, you
But
know?
Sam, and even Richie, we got to be we men, right? So
Yeah.
we got to put it to this perspective.
Go ahead.
LeBron is not the from the men that we are, and from the men that we know that men can be, and
Yeah.
especially with men with fucking resources and damn and opportunity. LeBron had to
Mhm.
make some type of mistake. They got it out the way, and this woman still haven't wavered. We have to
Of
Yeah.
appreciate.
That's
course.
what I'm saying. He had a rock.
Bro, of
That's
course,
huge,
man. Come on, let's keep it real. Of course he did his thing
bro.
before.
That's
Of
huge.
course.
But she held
It
it
ain't about
down
that.
and never got out. It never even was a thought.
He
And it could have
probably
been.
still do his thing.
That's
He was at
between
the
them
Diddy
though.
party. He was at the Diddy party.
Yo,
They got
Bruh,
wash my
but
hands.
the
That's
way
between
he
them,
do it,
man.
the way he do it is so top tier. Can't no woman in the world come out and be like, oh, whoop de whoop de whoop, all in Savannah
Wow.
face, like try to expose him. Because if it would have been done happen by now, it is LeBron fucking James, bro. Whatever ship he got running over there is so top tier and tight. Hey
Yeah.
man, man, when he
He
probably
take
get his
care of
rocks
us.
off, it's probably a pitch black room. They don't even know it's him getting it probably got down. You know what I mean?
Bro.
The way he got it set up, they can't even pinpoint, oh,
Chilling, man.
LeBron James slept with me. Yeah, you don't even know.
Mm. Kevin just fucked up, man. He brought some light to something he shouldn't have. He didn't need to. It was pointless. It was worthless. But Robert don't need to respond to that, man. Kevin, I don't know. He's going through some shit, clearly. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And he
yeah,
brag about it.
Kevin need to. I don't know. He might be seeking out for help, man.
Yeah, well, look at this, right? Ready? How many times we seen Kanye say ridiculous shit online, and it was always like, man, where's this come from? And now look at what he's saying. He was basically being molested or molesting his cousin or whatever. Like, yo, bro, there's always roots to things, man. And
Yeah,
like people think he's trolling and shit, but like, man, he said something real interesting. He said the truth will free me. So I think he really lived through some shit, and that would explain a lot of his outrageous behavior, man. When you build up and carrying some shit, bro,
Who,
you
Kanye
really
West?
lash out. Yeah, you lash out.
Man,
It's
nah,
yeah,
natural.
he ain't got nobody around him can tell him to shut the fuck up. Or like, bro, don't do that.
Yeah, he needs
He
to
ain't
be.
got none of those type of people around him. He
Yeah.
walking on gold, like he
Well,
don't
you know
give a
what? He
fuck.
won too many times not listening to everybody else. So every time someone told him not to do something, he did it and won. It's come to a point where you can't get to him no more. And it's a shame because he clearly hurt. He needs help.
yeah. When you have
You
that
know?
fucking in you, and especially like you say, when you didn't won so many times, when they say don't go this, don't go left,
Yeah.
go right, and you just keep going
Yeah.
left, that bitch keep
Yeah. And he
working.
wins. Like
At me,
shit.
well,
Then they try to play him and say he ain't got as much money as he do now. He does. Kanye West got $1 billion.
Bro,
but
he's
it's not
chilling. He
right
don't,
there. He don't need that much money because it's all like, bro,
yeah.
he got enough money, bro. He the kids is great. Everything is so good, bro. You don't have to keep buying shit after you done bought shit, bro. How many
That's the
years?
thing.
You, you don't have to keep, but like, bro, how
That's
much money
why.
in
That's
a
why
year?
I don't think he buys shit, brother. You see how he come out the house and what he be on? I don't think he buys
Man,
anything, bro. He just
he look
lives.
like homeless people from the 90s and shit.
Yeah,
To me,
he
that
just
shit popping.
lives life,
Like,
bro. He
what?
lives.
And he even selling this shit. So
Yeah,
it's
for
almost
$300. Like, holy shit, I can't believe this.
like this
But he
man don't
won.
he ain't got the goddamn do a motherfucking thing. By
I think
person,
his problem is he got billions, but you don't have no access to his children. That shit's kind of devastating, bro. I couldn't imagine not being able to be a part of my daughter's life, just for whatever public demeanor and this and that.
very devastating. Very.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
hard, man. I don't know if that's worth that billion. I don't know. That's a whole other question for
Well, shit, that
a
ain't about
different layer.
the relationship that you had with your damn the mother of
Bro,
them.
yeah.
But then
Well,
it's almost
he chose her too,
they
though.
got,
He knew what she was.
she know things about Kanye we don't know. So you
True.
know, it's we can't take away from her experience.
Yeah, man. It's hard to be fair in the public domain because there's always going to be context missing. And I see that, like, to be fair to Kevin too, he did say he loves LeBron. You don't mean bad towards him. And he's probably just speaking from his own experience. But it's like, yo, bro, if you really loved him, you would have just kept it to yourself.
Yeah,
Maybe you might live to regret it. You know what I mean?
if you love LeBron, but so why you got to say if you love him in one instance, but whatever you say, you back it up and you wouldn't die about it.
Yeah. You
So what
down talk him.
you gonna die about that? But you love him. Why you got to die about this shit?
I'm sure people around him tell him, like, yo, don't do that. You shouldn't have did that. So now his pride's getting in his way. Like, I'll do what I want. I'll die about my shit. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's the only time someone says something like that is when their pride is challenged.
There you go. No,
But
I think we all agree that he just made a mistake.
yeah,
He made a
I think that's
mistake.
a sensible stance. You know what I mean? Everything else is pulling for something that might not be there. And then, like, I think it's fair to ask yourself, why am I pulling for this? Even if it's true, is that for the greater good or not? And I feel like people lack the ability to do that sometimes. Like, yo, bro, what are you rooting for? What do you want to play out, and why?
Correct.
You want this family to fall apart for what, man? It's a family, bro. Leave them alone. Even if it is true, leave them alone. There's a mother and a father. There's children, bro. Let them be. Let them grow. Let them heal. Let them do their thing. Let them be a family. Don't tear them apart.
At all. That's the only way some people know, man. You know,
Hurt people hurt people. Fact.
that's it. Jealous people. They want to make people jealous of other people.
Oh, yeah.
It
Yeah,
all
there's that shit.
because no
Bron's an
matter
icon.
no matter how fair seeming people try to make things look. That's when you really should question things when people try to make it fair seeming. It's like, oh, well, I don't really mean it like that. Well, that's the way everybody else took it. The way you didn't mean it was the way everybody else took it. So
Mm.
you can't say that you didn't mean it like that. Now you trying to make it fair seeming. No, let's not do that.
Bro, you can't honestly say, yo, I didn't mean to get this kind of attention. Of course you did, bro. You was trying to say something controversial. You
When
know
you
that's
listen,
controversial
and
before it come out your mouth.
when you've been in the spotlight for that long, you know exactly what you're doing when you go up on it. These celebrities,
Literally.
they have to not go up on Instagram because they already know what they're gonna do. They
Yeah.
already know how many retweets and whatever going on, whatever website they put on what is gonna happen to it. So you not fooling me with that.
Yeah.
No,
Watch his album drop soon. I ain't listening to that shit. Fuck out of here. So you could do it again? So you feel justified in that behavior? Nah, bro. That shit
right.
don't flop. Deservedly.
Kevin Gates. Go ahead, big dog. What you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say because I think that's the only way we could really prevent this kind of shit. It's like, yo, if you're doing this just for our eyes, I will refuse to look your way, bro. It's kind of like when, like pickup artists say mean shit to girls to get a reaction. Well,
Right.
the only way you're gonna stop them is if you don't react to their mean shit. Don't let them get to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
that's
if you
real.
keep letting them get to you, they're gonna keep trying on that shit. Either that,
Yep.
or you just gonna have to punch them in the face or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like whatever. The thing is, the
Well,
attempt
how we
made.
do? You just gonna have to stop messing with them because it's like, bro, every
Yeah,
time we go around the females, you just fuck this whole situation up.
yeah, you
And
ruin everything. You cause a
yeah,
fucking fire and shit.
I ain't finna be rocking with you, bro. Hell no. I
Yeah,
already know you gonna
I'm
try
good,
to.
bro.
Yeah, you
And
can
when we
run it off.
reject them as a whole, just stop acting like that. You're like, you know what, man, I'm sorry, man. I should have been doing that.
You ain't gotta
Yeah,
start
bro.
acting like you ain't got to deal with that when you reject him. I don't care how he react. He can keep on doing that. Even if he stop acting like that, guess what? You messed it
It's
up,
too
bro.
late. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like shit. Even with Kevin, he did something. I don't know what happened, but bro, I used to be really on top of his music, but I
I
kind of
take step back. Yeah,
yeah, I stepped back, but I don't know what the hell he did or why, but bro, I just kind of I seen this. I still he makes some music. I may still like it. I don't know if I know none of the music
listen.
anyway, but it's like, bro,
Yeah,
he's still a kind of like a list celebrity or B list or whatever. But
yeah.
he
I
know what
just,
he
I
doing.
don't know. I find it pathetic, man. When he first came out, I thought he was saying controversial things, but I didn't mind because they were authentic, or at least I believe. But then every year, his rhetoric kept ramping up more and more and more. to a point where he's talking about being gay and shit. That's when I started taking a step back. I'm like, yo, bro, is anything true about you? Like, I thought you was being real, not
Right.
controversial. If you're being controversial, I have no interest in that, bro. Because there's endless gimmicks online of people trying to be controversial.
That's it.
That's where you can get your Logan Paul like laughing at someone hating themselves. But then that's when people step away too. It's like, yo, bro, you don't laugh at that. So you
At
try too
all.
hard.
Exactly. As
Maybe that's what Kevin is.
you said, maybe that's a what?
Maybe that's what Kevin is. He's just trying too hard to be seen. But
And
maybe
then
he
he tried
needs
to
some alone time.
then he tried to manipulate it with the mind games. See, that's what it is. It becomes a mind game when you don't. Because a lot of people don't understand what people are doing until they have experience and they, kind of
Yeah.
back and really and have a real
Related.
it-
Yeah.
relate this shit to shit. Because once you
Yeah.
going through it, especially at a young age, bro, your parents can't tell you about each and every situation.
Nah, you
You
gotta live through shit
go through
sometimes.
stuff. You got to live through this
Yeah.
shit. You got to like,
You
hey,
gotta
okay,
feel that pain and
yeah,
whatever it is. Yeah.
go through this shit no more. Like, okay, what can I do different? I ain't gonna do none of this bullshit that I already did. Now you got to
Hmm.
try to go out here and stand on it. So,
Yeah.
um,
It's kind of like magic tricks. When you see a magic trick, that shit looks so cool. But as soon as there's someone tell you how it's a trick, you never want to see it again. Like, man, you ain't making that card disappear. Fuck out of here.
or even
And
like this,
so
or yeah, or not like this. Once you know it's magic, like now when you
it's
approach
not
them,
real. It's
yeah,
a
you
trick.
already know. Like, nigga, listen, I don't give a fuck how many times you do this trick. I know it's not
Yeah.
real. There's
It's a
something I'm
trick.
missing.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just something I'm missing, and
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna catch it unless you point it out to me. But other
Yeah.
than that, I'm not gonna tip you neither.
Oh, I'm not gonna react. The truth will come out eventually, and then I'll be like, all right, I'm happy I didn't react.
That's exactly how he did this shit, and if I could do the
Hmm.
same thing. So
That's what I was saying earlier. It's like, yo, bro, you pop online every night and say something controversial. These white
yeah,
people owe us this and that. Something just crazy, these get people going, but it's only so many times that's gonna work before people get sicker. Me or you or anybody, bro. So it's like, why
it,
not just be real, man?
that's it. Your game gonna get figured out. That's
Yeah,
that's
bro.
that's in any part. That's with anything you do. No,
Anyway,
what
yeah,
did you do? Because you know what, people gonna be experienced, and we gonna know how to ask the right questions or say the right things, and
yeah,
you gonna have to. You can't keep on lying. A liar,
yeah,
you're gonna get figured out. It
yeah.
just simple. Come on, because you
Yeah. I
gonna
think as a,
ask
yep.
you. We on here. Once you get real good, you're gonna be comfortable in your situation, and then bam, you never know who been watching you. And I've been listening to
Mm,
everything you've been saying. So now
yeah,
I'm up on your stage. Boom, it's gonna come out no matter
yeah,
what. No matter what.
yeah. The
So,
truth always comes out, bro. Time and that.
and
And
it's
the thing
amazing
is,
how
like,
you hear this
right?
shit your whole life,
Hmm.
and the people, people our age really still don't even believe this shit.
It's hard. We all got like this ego that tells us we right. We have to convince ourselves how wrong we are. Like, yo, I can't be right all the time. Like, I myself got to remind myself that. Because I always want to be right, but I can't be right all the time. I have to pay attention. Because the devil is in the details.
That's true.
And I don't
I
know.
don't like it to be right, but I don't mind being wrong, especially when somebody give me
Yeah.
a perspective.
I like
Because
learning.
first and foremost, I'm gonna think I'm right. Boom, I think about it, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm agreeing with it. But then when
Yeah.
especially a female, when a female sit and talk to me, or even a
Yeah.
male, I know when
Yeah.
I hear some good information. I'm like, you know what, you right. You know
Wait,
what I'm
bro,
saying?
with the age, I've noticed that. It's like when the truth comes to you, you don't really, it's not that hard to accept it. The truth, it just flows so naturally. Where lies, you gotta be sold on lies. Like, yo, ain't 2 + 2 5, man. Don't you know how it's 5? Da, da, da. Like, nah, bro. Like, I don't feel like that's right. But when it's the truth, it just comes naturally. And I noticed that in life, yo. So, like, the more I feel resistance, the more I feel like there's a lie here that I'm missing or something. But that's with the age, I feel like too, though. As a young person, I feel like I didn't have that ability to conceptualize or something. I don't know.
It come with experience, man. It come with, and then
Yeah,
it come with once you been able to go through your emotions when you've been hurt, when you want to not experience this shit anymore. So what
yeah,
can you do different? What you got to do different? What's gonna be needed? And there's
yeah,
you have to be able to see people for who they are. Okay, you got to see
yeah,
those situations. Okay, just be
mm,
honest. What did I do
yeah,
something? Did I say something wrong?
yeah,
Okay, You got to be totally honest about it in order to
Yeah.
not keep
With
on
no
going.
bias. Yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
people have an issue with giving themselves excuses. Well, I may have said something wrong, but he did this. Like, nah, bro, no excuses, bro. Be real with yourself. That
Mhm.
way you could be tuned to the truth, I feel like.
Yeah. And then you won't let nobody just sit right here and bullshit you. You won't.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
won't. You like I didn't see. I didn't read this. I always tell people I read this book,
Yeah.
so I don't
Yeah.
need to do this no more. It might not turn out exactly what I how I say it, but it's gonna be very similar. So,
Yeah. That Williams made a good point, man. I think we're in a time of truth, yo. I think the truth will be more popular and more powerful as time progresses. Because it seems like people want to feel truth again. Because there's a
yeah,
lot of lies, let's say, in the last 5, 10 years or so, that people just
yeah,
kind of ran with.
that's all it is. Because I'm putting it like this. It has to be true because no matter how good you can make a lie sound, yeah, we gonna find out it's a lie, and then the truth gonna come out anyway. I'm like,
Mm.
okay, this bullshit I clicked on, it was a lie. Like, damn, why did you?
Yeah.
Why did you? What you know? What I mean, why you wasting your time like that? I didn't ask you for that. You put this damn
Mm.
video out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Well, hell yeah.
yes, man.
That shit's a dying art, man. Thankfully, I'm happy that shit's dying out. I'm sick of seeing videos that promise dreams that ain't realistic.
Yeah,
Sick of
and
seeing
that's
all
why
that shit. I'm sick of the gimmicks.
real shit. That's why on this platform, man, that's why I allow people to come up.
Yeah.
And I tell people, listen, just give me your perspective. I'm not trying to say you right, wrong, or whatever. Tell me how you thinking because you know what? You might change my mind. I might change your mind. Anybody could change anybody's mind on this shit. But we
Yo, that's
just
powerful.
we ain't gonna we ain't gonna just sit right here and just listen to some bullshit now. But
Yeah.
if you telling your truth, like bro, I don't care who you is, like tell me what you think
Yeah.
about it because I'm not trying to say I'm right, but I'm not
Oh,
gonna listen to some bullshit. When you talking sensibly, talk to me.
yeah.
Let me know what you talking
I think
about,
that's
bro.
beautiful. I think that's the way of the future, bro. And if anything, like when I look at the kids, right, because we already passed whatever, some sort of youth, we had enough old enough age to be elders. I'd rather sell this type of thought and communication to the children than the one upping each other. Oh yeah, what about this? What about like nah, that's behind us. We passed that. Now we
Yeah,
looking for truth. We're gonna accept things even if we do or don't like them. And it's like if the kids are watching, I want them to accept this is the way to go about things rather than some other shit. You know what I mean? Like
that's real.
cross your T's, dot your I's, pay attention, make sure you got all the details, don't jump to conclusions. Just good learning things that took me 30 years to figure out.
That's right.
But I'm gonna let y'all rock, man. I'm over here working. I got a lot of background noise. So it was a blessing meeting, you, man. I'll try to
And
stay tuned in.
it's
God
a
bless,
blessing for
man.
you to come on this panel, man, and
Thank you.
subscribe to the channel, like I say,
Yeah, I'm
so
about
you
to. I'm gonna hop back on YouTube and
get
handle
my
that.
premieres. And
Yeah,
I was gonna get ready in it anyway. Everybody
yeah.
who watching right now, y'all hit the like button for me and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. We Today is Mindset Monday. Tomorrow gonna be Toxic Tuesday. And you know I'm gonna find something to come with it about. So I because I want y'all perspective. I want to know what y'all thinking about. Y'all know I go through it because I'm willing to talk about it and I'm willing to pull up on you. So I'm gonna drop it tomorrow, y'all. I appreciate it for everybody who came through, man. Whatever, whatnot. But now, next time y'all come through, drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think, or y'all can even pull up on the panel with me and give me your perspective. And just like that, man, I'm be out. I appreciate all y'all, and good night.